keep it going, I'm rolling and flowing, I'm coasting, I got them all trolling me right. I just keep growing and showing them, knowing I'm owning this flow, you can catch me outside. Gonna get them all with a little payback. Never gonna fall, I'ma stay on the attack. Put them up against the wall as I finish every track. Never gonna stall, no, I'm never gonna slack. I've been like working and learning and searching for something to push my shit over the edge. I'ma keep burning and turning the profit, you know I can't stop it until I am dead. Gonna be unstoppable and profitable, cause I got a constant flow of knowledge, yo. If you got a problem, bro, take them off the throw. Coming to the top, I go, yeah, promise slow.
Roll up to the club and the city show me love. She gon' fit me like a glove. Sipping whiskey, feeling buzzed. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. Yeah. Roll up to the club and the city show me love. She gon' fit me like a glove. Sipping whiskey, feeling buzzed. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. I'ma put that ass to sleep. Yeah.
You can't stop this, I promise. Got electronic with a little rock shit. Rap on top of it, you can't even process it. I'ma keep dropping it till it starts stopping it. Oh, I got the beats and I got the rhymes to make your girl cheat. I swear she a dime, get up on your feet. If you wanna climb and take it from me, I got nothing to hide. I get it, cause I want it, always on it, and I'm plotted. Now I got it, got my shot in. You know I'ma be the one climbing to the top of it. I'm dropping this, take a shot, I got the fifth. I'm watching it, crop top got me in. She got it shit, she wanna pop it off again. Drop it low and then she gonna take it off the sin, yeah.
Roll up to the club and the city show me love. She gon' fit me like a glove. Sipping whiskey, feeling buzzed. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. Yeah. Roll up to the club and the city show me love.
Do we get the win this time?
Sipping whiskey, feeling buzzed. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P.
I don't play this game.
Rest in peace. I'ma put that ass to sleep. Yeah.
I gotta do it for the fans, yeah. I wanna do it for the fans, bruh. I got really big plans, yeah. I'ma do it cause I can, yeah. I throw cash for a minute, oh. She throw back for a minute, yeah. I flow fast when I get it, oh. She love that when I hit it, yeah. I'ma get high, I'ma get low. I'ma go fly to my own show. I don't say bye, I say hello. Get to know me, yeah, they call me B-Ho. Gonna be the best in the game, rest in the fame. Nest in your brain and I spread like the plague. I don't give, no I take. Live for today, ain't nobody gonna say I didn't make a name.
So, do we get the win this time?
I lied. I don't play this game.
Rest in peace, R.I.P. Rest in peace, yeah. Roll up to the club and the city show me love. She gon' fit me like a glove. Sipping whiskey.
Yo, it's Monday night. The sirens will let the grindhouses open. Started on time. Yeah, boy. Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, boy, what's up? Shout out to all the grinders coming in here. Gaming night. Febreze, Sergeant, how you doing? Buck Roger, Data War using the new emotes. Yeah, it is lit tonight. Tool Man with the tools and the gears. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? We got enough of the sirens. The party's here. We had to start with the sirens because it's wild night. First, before I start, I just want to shout out to the new VIP grinders, Holomoko and Febreze. Thank you so much for the super chat. He couldn't find the join button. He said, screw it. He's like, stop it. Screw it. There you go, Jez. To hell with subscriptions. Oh, shit. And that is going to be the tune of the show. Febreze, what's up? Long-time listener. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. We are live. Can everybody hear me? Frog, can you hear me? Am I?
I can hear you. I can hear you. You don't sound like you're drunk.
Oh,
this
shit.
Week.
I'm not drunk this week?
Nah, it sound way better.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yo, I had to reboot this whole friggin' thing. But before we get to the topics and introductions, I just want to shout out to the VIP grinders. We're in here doing the VIP splits with the quality of Herman Holst. Booster and friends, Phil and his refrigerators. I can't even add any more stuff behind that curtain. Now I gotta add like Halo dinnerware sets and Wolverine boots. They got more stuff outside of the VIP grindhouse. I don't even know what the hell to put. Phil is coming in with all these accoutrements. But we're partying here with the games and the quality. And the gamers do the talking. What do they do? What do they do?
Enough from me. We're gonna have the games do our talking.
And that's damn right. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, VIP Grinders. If you would like to join the VIP Grindhouse and you want to use these awesome new emojis, we got new ones here. By request, people wanted a fancy gear, so I included those. And by request, since that Halo Infinite rat tickles everybody's funny bone, I merged it with the Dreams version of Craig in a glorious emoji that I'm about to share right now for the VIP Grinders. It is a 3D version of Craig modeled in Dreams with the Halo Infinite smooth as silk with no hair, the way they like it over there at 343. They like him nice and bald over there at 343. But shout out to everybody. Use those emojis. More coming here. We got the Phil putting the checkout at Activision. Everybody have a good time. Hit that join button. And if not, hit that subscribe button. And welcome to the Grindhouse. And with that, I want to introduce Link. I heard Link was here and Frogs is going bonkers. But first I'll introduce Link because we couldn't hear anybody last week. And Link, we can hear you now.
Yeah, it's gonna be a better show. I couldn't take it last week. It was too many technical issues, But I'm glad to be back.
Thanks, Link. Welcome back. Thank you for tolerating that horrible. And yeah, it was just a mess. It was a mess. And I heard you fine, but it was like whatever you heard from me. But yeah, it must have been the Discord. And then shout out. Yo, shout out to Frogs. Frogs, what's up, man? I know he's been wilding. How you doing, man? Oh man, he's yelling so loud his microphone's not even picking it up.
Is Frog you here?
Frogs is here. Trust me. I had to say Frogs. I'm going on mute because he was going crazy. It's Frog. Frog's getting ready. He's prepared. He's getting his drink. Ratscaping. Oh damn, yeah boy. But anyway, Frogs, I don't hear you. You're off of mute. Uh-oh. Yeah boy predicted this. I'm gonna call you yeah boy Adamus. I heard Frogs earlier. He was fine. But with that, shout out to Tools. The Tools are here. It is about to go down. There come times in the Grindhouse where you want to cover the news. You don't want to be messy. You want to just be like nice and stuff. But there are times when you just looking at stuff and listening to stuff, and you're just like, whoa, this is we might have to be pointing out some foolery. Definitely on the Grinds topics tonight because it's been crazy.
Hello?
There he is.
Yeah, we hear you now.
Hear me?
You now.
Yeah, for some reason it wasn't muted on my side. I kept talking, but it was some. I don't know what happened. This Discord is all fucked up, just like Xbox.
Mm-hmm. Just like Xbox. Yep.
Hey, I'm here really this evening to talk about the 2 C's of Xbox: the clowns and cocksuckers. After
that's right.
Oh my God, there's a lot of cocksucking and clowning. That's all I can say.
Oh my God, Frog he's getting bleeped.
Some of the worst freaking stances of podcast. Yo, podcasting, you guys on the podcast on Sunday, with the exception of maybe 2, you guys need to vet the people you're bringing to your podcast because they're clowns and cocksuckers. You really need to vet them.
Should I rename the title of the show to Clowns and Cocksuckers?
Well, I'm not even going to name the podcast. You know who I'm talking about. I don't need to name the people. You know who I'm talking about. All I can say is clowns and cocksuckers. It's bad when you can listen to a podcast on the weekend and the person is talking. You don't even know their console of choice, but just the way they're talking, you know it's an Xbox.
Oh, damn.
They're fucking clown. Fucking clown, man.
Never underestimate the power of the Schwartz.
Oh my God. So with that, we're gonna get to the topics. You can tell, dude. Hit that like button. Share this out. I told you it's gonna be fire. There's things to be talked about tonight. So you better hit that join. You hit that button and get ready and share this out because I want we're going to maybe hit 200 live tonight because it is going to be wild. I'm going to be oh my Jesus, here we go. I got the bleep button ready, but I'm probably going to bleep out all the good stuff and leave the curses in. Who the hell knows? But with that, let's go to the grinds board. All right. I didn't even know what the hell the first topic is. Oh, well, you know what? Before we get into all the other stuff, man, the one thing I got to get into, Frog, the first topic here, and Link.
Oh, shit.
Where is that big Sony news from those friggin' insiders? Clowns and cocksuckers.
Shit.
Let's go. Where is it?
Clowns and cocksucking.
Where is this big Sony news? This big acquisition? But you know what? Stop it. You don't need Sony. Listen. Sony's dropping the games, all right? We don't need to go Xbox tropes and talk about big acquisitions and big news. The big news, we're doing it right now. It's with our two hands and the DualSense. That's the big news.
Shit.
There's your big news right there. With my DualSense and vibrating triggers, I'm playing the big news. I don't need big news, and we're going to buy acquisitions, and let's see the deals and the political parties coming into play, and with the ink's not wet yet. Who cares? Please, stop it. I want games, all right? If you're going to just tell me about a company that we might see a game 5 years from now, we're falling into the Xbox camp of the hopes and dreams. Frogs, where's this news?
All I know is somebody's name that rhymes with Peg said that we were getting some news. So I don't know if that's a category of clown or cocksucker. It's more clownage because, you know, it's just, like, I think they were off. But, hey, what I can say is there was no news. And I don't know why we needed the news. I think that, as we can see, that gaming studio and PlayStation, the way they release stuff, it's all calculated.
Yes.
So unless you hear something that Microsoft comes out and they think they got a one-up with their Xbox, Sony's not going to come out and say anything. They don't need to.
They don't need
to. What's the reason? So I put that in the category of clownery. It was some clown shit.
That's so clown shit. Frog's putting that in the clown category. I should have made it grid. But Link, did you hear the news? What do you think this news might be? From these insiders?
I have no idea what this. I don't even know what this spec. I really kind of missed out on some of this speculation. So you know, I don't know.
Dude, they are all over the friggin' place with this stuff. They're saying that, well, it could be this PSVR state of play, PSVR 2, which I'll be interested in, definitely, you know, when they show that. And then they're saying but it's the acquisition thing. Whereas this big acquisition talk? Yeah, that's the thing, because that's where the big thing came from, that this is really big. And like Greg Miller, he was like, you know, I'm moving my podcast because
shit, it rhymes with peg. Greg, it rhymes with peg. Oh, shit.
We need news categories now.
Fucking clown.
He moved it to his podcast. And then, like, you know, you see these other people going, it may be Konami, it may be Capcom. Oh, I'm not hearing that. I'm hearing this. You know what? These insiders. I tell you, I got insiders too. You know what my insiders are? My left eye and my right eye. There they are. If I don't see it, I don't believe it. Stop with this predicting thing. So if they buy Konami, they buy Kojima, you want to know what? It'll be the news when we talk about the news. But Sony got a lot of games coming, a lot of deals there. The new, like, if they buy, you know, the 2K and all this other stuff, we'll have to see where it is. But I just think that this acquisition stuff, it was started by Phil Ness making it gaming news when he decided to take the stage because he had no goddamn games and announced that he bought a bunch of studios and put logos on the screen. And that's what he did in 2018, and we have yet to see the games from those studios that he announced in 2018. So tell me all that hype of that crap that happened with all these studio acquisitions. It's incredible, though, the way Sony does is that they're actually showing games that they announced from studios that they made, the studios that they purchased. So, you know what? It's interesting, but if it doesn't do any games, or if it's not this, like, IP, You know, what matters if they do, we're going to buy Take-Two. Oh, my God. Oh, but Grand Theft Auto is going to be everywhere. You know what? Stop wasting my time.
Yeah, it's a waste of time.
That's why I see this Activision deal. Waste time.
A waste of time. It's just something that, hey, look at me. I'm on Twitter. Look what I can do. I can type. Look at these parents. I think it's just we're at a point now that I'm going to be real with you. Fuck generations. This is just an ongoing slaughter between one or two game companies doing really fucking phenomenal, one not doing too good, and cocksuckers acting like they are. You know, that's the category of cocksuckers they get. And Phil Spencer's rooftop party dipping his fucking wick in the mashed potatoes.
Rooftop parties, Frog. Oh, shit.
Fucking rooftop parties with Phil putting his Johnson in the mashed potatoes. There you go. Taste that shit, you clown.
Put the kids to bed. Goddamn Phil Ness in the potatoes. Oh, dang. Dude, the Phil Ness is in the potatoes. Holy crap. The thing, like, this whole I'm here, and I'm going to tell you, you want to talk about silliness. If you see on these Twitter streets people showing VG chart sales because apparently Xbox sold 118,000 consoles and Sony sold 78,000 in North America, this is what happens. I said this when they were rubbing their nipples with Halo Infinite. You bet they wait for the opportunity to do the slow clap. Oh my God, this is a chance. Like, they're seeking for the W in all the wrong places. So what? You get a little tweet out today about, oh, look at the... You know damn well that what happens is when the rubber hits the road, and now when the numbers flip around, because you know that this is because PlayStation is not getting its shit out there. You know Microsoft did 2 consoles, a bootleg Booster, and they have the Series X, which is Booster's cousin or uncle. There, you got these 2 things, right? The Series S is definitely more prominent in the field, which is boosting up the numbers. That's why it's called Booster.
Yeah, of course.
The next gen consoles, not the ones that have all games that have ray tracing should have ray tracing, not the bootleg console that has like 7 games that don't have ray tracing, but it's a next gen console. Wipe your ass with that one. The Series X and the PlayStation 5, those are the ones that are hard to find, even though now the Series X is showing up more often. And the PS5 is still not. It's definitely due to inventory issues. But you hold that because you know what's going to happen when that PlayStation's ready to go. Whoop, those numbers are coming right back at you. And then all of a sudden you're going to go, sales don't matter. Why are you showing me these numbers? It's VG charts. Well, you don't understand. You should just keep quiet. You have nothing to talk about right now. Try to ask Phil where the hell the games are and the gameplay. But stop trying to seek these little Twitter W's because all you're doing is putting your balls out there to get kicked. All right? Because it is not worth it. Just like what you said, PlayStation has no games in the fall. There are no games. We got Forza and Halo. You're begging Phil. You're outside Phil's house using the goddamn emoji. Phil, give us some news. Do an interview with the Venezuelan government, please. Tell me something I need to do on my Twitter.
They've asked in the chat for you not to talk about food because they're hungrier than a bot in the middle of May.
Holy shit. God damn it. No games. You have nothing from first party. But meanwhile, I should sign up for Game Pass right now. Please. You need to chill out and calm down.
Yes.
But you know what? You want to throw that shit around on Twitter, you're going to get it back. Threefold you're going to get it back. Some of the bitches winning awards right now, collecting your $15 a month while you're sitting there going, well, I'm playing MLB The Show, and you got to pay for it. That's the new one I saw. Guys, really? The one Sony game that's in Game Pass day one, it's a great get. Whatever billions of dollars Phil spent to get that in there, that's well spent. But it's amazing how the one game that is of quality in that stupid Game Pass is a Sony game. And meanwhile, Sony's been dumping all those games on their console. So tell me where the real W is. Like, I don't understand it.
I don't know. It's not at rooftop parties, apparently.
Well, I don't know what that Phil Ness is flowing at the rooftop parties. But anyway, the big news, we'll have to wait for this acquisition shit. We'll see. Sony's been really doing news every friggin' week. So, like, it's been wild. We'll see. But insiders, you know what? I've been hearing this. I've been hearing it's real big. Yeah. Did I show you my tweet about? Did I hear it's real big? Well, oh yeah, I don't know if I have it here ready to go. But I had look at this cock.
Oh shit! The cocksuckers. Whoa.
Anyway, oh my God, do you want to talk? Yeah, and this is the stuff. Let's talk about all this other stuff. What about that Minecraft ray tracing blunder? Did you see that news?
Man, I got one thing to say to that. When they announced this Minecraft ray tracing blunder, I would just say this. I think that gaming division on the green side, they say shit and they do like they typically do with their parent company, Microsoft. They just cancel shit. We got a Zoom, not anymore. We got Zoom Pass, not anymore. We got Skype, not anymore. They say shit and they let their fucking tongues go wagging and they cancel shit. This is a company, that's because they're the underlings. Microsoft, the parent company, is known to fucking just X shit out. And they probably sat back there and say, why the fuck do we need ray tracing in Minecraft? What the fuck difference is it going to make? Hey, get rid of that shit.
It wasn't running good when they showed. I think it was when Austin Evans did his video.
Yeah,
exactly.
And it was running at like 1080p at like 15 frames. I mean, they couldn't get it running well.
Was it on PC?
Exactly.
Like that?
No, they were showing off a demo of with ray tracing running on the Series X.
Oh.
And there's a reason that there's
it was running terrible.
There's a reason that there's problems and things running on the Series X ray tracing. I think it has to go back to that something called What? Is it called DirectX?
Yeah, DirectX.
I think that's a problem, and I honestly think they announce things too far in advance. Get that shit running well, and then show it. Stop showing us stuff. Here's the thing: stop showing us things, 6 years out that you can't do right now. And I honestly do think there's another console coming from them, which that's a whole other conversation. But I do think that this was something they showed too early. They shouldn't have showed it. They shouldn't have talked about it until it was there. And then again, it's Minecraft, which is a huge game. Let's not even act like Minecraft isn't huge. It's a big deal. It's one of the top 3 selling games in the world.
It's like the biggest publisher. They made that big publisher.
So what I'll say is, stop showing stuff that you haven't got up and running. It's not that your development team can't do it. It's not that your console apparently just can't do it. So go for something else. Do something else, Microsoft. Put ray tracing in something else.
Like
Gears of War.
This ray tracing that they had in here wasn't even the full ray tracing that came out with this. So the reason why is that this ray tracing was announced back with when it was called Project Scarlet. And they're like, they were showing this ray tracing and this full, it was really like almost a demo of what ray tracing could be and how it can enhance these games or make Minecraft look like really incredible. They showed this back in 2019 or so when this was all about the power and everybody was talking about teraflops. They were talking about this thing. Then it was supposed to be a paid upgrade to Minecraft. First off, they were supposed to get the 4K update.
Shit,
this is before before ray
tracing. Like that.
What?
I thought people didn't like.
This was before ray tracing. Minecraft was supposed to get a 4K update. That was sold with the 1X when they were doing Project Scorpio.
It sure was.
It was a 4K update to Minecraft. They were still going to add it as an additional downloadable. There was a card that was seen in the wild that was going to be an additional $20 or so for the 4K update to give this thing. They canceled that. Never heard again from 4K updates. The next time you saw Minecraft was when the Series X was being shown and ray tracing demo was being shown on Minecraft. After that happened, Minecraft was not ready for 2020. Nobody talked about ray tracing in Minecraft. They're like, where is it? I think it showed up in a demo type thing on the NVIDIA cards, but nowhere near where the consoles were. Ray tracing was nowhere near. It was a joke. Again, another meme of like something they talked about, just like Minecraft HoloLens. Yeah, exactly, Prophet 33. They brought that on the E3 stage to show the guy playing around with his HoloLens and Minecraft. Never came to fruition. HoloLens maybe on a HoloLens 3 for now. Still can't buy one unless you're a dev. But then the Minecraft preview, this thing just stealthily just comes out. Like people were just seeing that an update came out, X and S enhanced for Minecraft. It just popped up. They're like, what's this?
Yep.
They clicked on it and it said enable ray tracing, and it smoothed out the grass. And everybody, the Warrens, everybody, the Verge were going bonkers. Oh, look, they did but why would they stealth drop it? Why would they not, talk about this ray tracing? It's a half-ass ray tracing.
Yeah, they do the same thing. They stealth drop everything.
They stealth drop it, so they thought it was real, but it was a half-ass ray tracing.
You know why they stealth drop everything?
Because they want you to test it out.
It's not an Xbox anymore. You're playing Game Pass.
Well, you're playing PC. They're running everything like they do with the goddamn computer. They think everything is a computer.
Yeah. Power your dreams, my ass. More like living your nightmares.
Then the day later, they go, the previous Minecraft preview build available to Xbox insiders inadvertently included prototype code for ray tracing support on Xbox consoles. This early prototype code has been removed from preview and doesn't. And here's the real kicker, right? This is not a preview of something. Hey, we're excited about bringing this to you. Maybe this fall. Sorry this leaked a little early, but stay tuned. No, hear this. It has been removed from preview and doesn't signal near future plans to bring ray tracing support to consoles. Where is it? Where is it, Grinders?
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
Holy Spirit, activate. No. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate. Activate.
Holy crap. This is the stuff that I'm talking about. These last sentences. These things where it's not coming. We're working on this is we're gonna do the Halo coverage, right? Everything in their blog is this. It's like what? Like it is like my first game, my first console, my first they are just incompetent or they appear incompetent. But this is something where as an Xbox gamer, as a Minecraft player, as somebody who owns a console, they are coming out and it's not power your dreams, it's shit in your dreams. This all they're doing is just crashing every potential for this doesn't signal near future plans to bring ray tracing support to consoles. Hell, 343, I think, would quiver in their boots if people tapped them on the shoulder and said, hey, where's the ray tracing in Halo Infinite? They would be like, season 10, maybe 8. They are, if you read the updates for season 2, it is like hot fixes that should have been there like 3 days after launch. Well, we'll fix the shields. We heard your feedback. It is like they're really just making the game as they go along. This is not content roadmap stuff. Like they had this plan. This is horrible shit. But look what they're doing. This doesn't indicate any new. You advertised ray tracing in Minecraft to sell your Series X 12 teraflop monster eats monsters for breakfast and bitches for lunch. And you do this? We're not bringing it to console. This doesn't signify anything.
Shitting your cereal. What the fuck?
They are shitting your cereal.
God damn.
And people are like, here, why are you removing this? It wasn't hurting any problems. It's been over 2 years since the tech demo was shown off. It's about time you support ray tracing on consoles. It's high time. Even if it's
I think I'm gonna be honest with you, Jazz. I do think, and I'll be honest, this is across all consoles. Well, let's just say PlayStation 5 and in the Series system. I think ray tracing is kind of one of those get your words. I think that we're still, and to a certain extent, right? Because we do have games that PlayStation can do ray tracing with no problem, first party games. But I do think ray tracing as a whole is a get your word because you don't see a lot of third party developers using it, maybe because they have no talent. But I think that the bottom line is, once again, Microsoft tends to, with the Xbox Gaming Division and the Xbox Game Studios, whatever they want to fucking call themselves, today's new word, because they're confused even what they want to call themselves. They don't even know what they want to call their consoles half the time. They're so fucking confused. But they put things out there so fucking early because they think they got an edge on the competition or they got an edge in this. And 10, 15 frames later, they're like, shit, we can't do this. So I think that it's something they Like I said, they shouldn't have talked about. They shouldn't have said anything until it got to the. Because let's be real. I'm gonna be honest with you. How many people and on this podcast are really playing Minecraft just for the ray tracing? Like I played it and I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool.
Frog,
for what
they
it
advertised
is.
it with it, and then the fact
So,
that they're
but,
not even.
But what I'm saying is like
ridiculous.
if I think that maybe this is something they can say, and I'm gonna be honest, maybe this is something they can say. Hey, we do this for PC first, get it working there. But there again, it's just like, they talked about the console so much. Oh, ray tracing the console, and they showed this video, and they did. So I think they talked about it too early. I think that they shouldn't have said anything. And when it was ready, it should have been ready. That's when you show it running in its true form. These companies need to stop freaking pre-ejaculating themselves.
What first party game does Microsoft have ray tracing in?
Photo mode in Forza Horizon 5.
Which one?
Photo mode in Forza Horizon 5.
Oh yeah, photo mode. Yeah, photo mode
in Forza Horizon.
Okay,
that's about it.
And the ray tracing in that is terrible. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's all horrible.
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's not even in the replays. It's
not good.
Photo mode.
It's not even good.
No, it's not.
Like the resolution of the reflections look like NES game.
Hey, but shout out to some guys this week and talking about that. Gran Turismo 7 launched in a broken state, and Horizon Forbidden West launched in a broken state. I don't know what these cocksuckers are talking about, but
it's not. Those games weren't broken.
Well, apparently some guys on podcasts this weekend on Sundays early in the morning, they said that some guy on there, I don't know, he's bald-headed. I don't know, I'm not going to name names. He just happened to be a bald-headed guy with glasses on. He said that Gran Turismo 7 was launched in a broken state. Worry about your Gran Turismo 7 and not Halo Infinite. That's what he said verbatim. I don't know. I don't know. That sounds like cocksucking to me, but
I had Gran Turismo day one, played it day one. It was not broken.
Same here, but apparently to him it was broken because he plays it all the time. Which I checked, he doesn't fucking play the game. He doesn't play shit. How about that? I play more games than that cocksucker. If you know who you are, you know who you are. It is what it is.
Damn, frogs with the smoke.
Hey, they're supposed to be a neutral
This is the grindhouse, man. This is like the smoke and fire. Holy shit, brimstone.
They were supposed to. They're the ones that said they were a neutral podcast, but apparently not. Because every time I hear them, this cocksucker is on there talking about shit that Sony doesn't do right. Worry about your motherfucking Halo Infinite, bald-headed guy. How about that? Worry about the games that come to Xbox. How about that? Worry about why your shit is just getting in 1080p, widescreen, and the same fucking things that Xbox One, cocksucker. How about that? But I don't know. That's just me.
Woo! Anyway, yeah, Frog is and
I get so look, Jens. I get so sick and tired
dude,
of these guys making excuses. Look, I'm gonna tell you like this, and this is the one person I will name drop. Shout out to Randall Thor. The one guy I know for a fact that fucking plays Xbox and he fucking plays games. I respect that guy to the fullest because he fucking plays games and he doesn't just sit there and talk out the side of his ass like all these other cocksucking guys who claim that they love Xbox. No, I'm not going after Kid Smooth. Definitely not. Definitely not going after Smooth. Because guess what? Smooth does fucking play games. Yeah, but there's a lot of fucking guys with podcasts, pretty big podcasts, that fucking love rooftop parties and collecting statues, and they're always fucking talking about shit, and they don't fucking game. The fuck out of my face. I'm getting so sick and tired of this shit. Fucking play games. It don't even matter about the console. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're on PlayStation, because you still don't fucking play games, bald-headed guy. You still don't fucking play games. Fuck out of my face. He knows who he is. I get so sick and tired of seeing these guys get on a podcast every fucking weekend and say stupid shit, and they don't fucking game. I've seen your achievement scores. I've seen your trophy scores. You don't fucking game. You don't game.
Nick says he's taking a shot every time you drop the word cocksuckers. Oh, damn.
No, that's why I say I respect Rand. Why I respect Rand is because every time I talk to the guy, realistically, he loves Xbox. That's where he primarily plays. But this guy fucking plays his shit. That's why I respect him. A lot of these guys that permanently game on Xbox don't fucking play games. They get on the podcast and they talk and collect statues and shit and want to look cool like they're fucking bald-headed Puff Daddy. Go fucking play games.
So the next, talking about games, dude. We got something that's a road rat. Here we go, Starfield. Goddamn screenshots leaked, man. Look at this. We got a picture of the back of a space dude. We got a picture of his fucking like space toilet bowl. We got a picture of his I guess his entertainment center over here. I don't know what this is, but it looks like a global dome here. And we got a picture of a wall and a floor. So, man, oh, man, get your nipples hard, get them ready. Because Starfield is going to be lit. This is the game that's supposed to come out in November from Mr. Curly Top Todd Howard. Leather bomber jacket.
Is this the game?
This is
this the game of the year?
This is the, we got a space toilet bowl right here.
Oh shit!
We got the we got a wall.
Isn't that an old leaked screenshot though? Because I feel like I've seen that before.
You know what happened? Guess what happened? This leaked, but this is leaked from years. They're bringing it back because they have to bring it back for relevancy. But there was a new screenshot that came out. And it was another leak from 2018. People are like scouring the web for concept art is the stuff they're getting now. But basically, this I'm gonna have to. You know what? I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to do this. I gotta call a spade here with this thing. This is absolutely ludicrous here. So This before I get into it, shout out to the Game Night 123. He says, "Frogs, calm down.
You're my number one customer."
Oh wait, I got my thing here. Dealer uploaded another video saying that the Series X is getting an upgrade, and Microsoft just boosted the console as well.
These guys, man. These fucking guys. Wait. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something right now.
Thank you, Game Night. Nobody wants booster.
I'm gonna be honest with you, with you guys. I challenge a lot of these guys to a lot of games.
Well, Frog, wait, you want to see something? We got another one on here. Wait, what's going on? My freaking boosters are going crazy. So this is the screenshot here. This is what. Just think, okay. You're playing all the games that you're playing. You're actually playing these games, right, Grinders? We need to cool our tongues. Actually, never mind. We don't have to cool our tongues. But we're playing these games. You Ratchet with the ray tracing, Returnal getting co-op, like Gran Turismo.
Shit! Another game with ray tracing. No shit.
Wait, yeah. Oh shit! Ratchet and Clank ray tracing was absolutely incredible. Then you got Miles Morales had it. Spider-Man Remastered had it. We're looking at
60 FPS.
And then on top of all these first-party games, Sony is announcing a bunch of new games and second-party deals. Then on top of that, the multiplat games. Remember, that's why people bought the most powerful console, because multiplat games run the best. Yeah, well, that doesn't work either. GTA, all these other games do not. They run better on the PlayStation 5. It's true.
I had a conversation with a developer. And he was telling me, because I was always curious about why do some of these, say, games on Xbox maybe run at a higher resolution, but the frame rate's terrible.
Yes.
And I was like, where does that come from? He said, that's Microsoft requests that. Not requesting the game run like shit, but then it runs at a higher resolution.
Obviously, they've been doing that probably.
By all means, it has to.
Yeah, because Frog and I always say, like, when we looked at the One X, so like, why? Remember they did it with the Resident Evil 3 remake demo, where the resolution was higher, but the performance sucked on the demo. So what they did was updated on day one to lower the resolution to the same thing as the PlayStation, so it runs.
To the PS4 Pro, it was 1600p.
Exactly. I never understood why they jacked up the resolution on all their games. And for
those requests come directly from Microsoft. They're like, "Hey, can you run this at a higher resolution?"
I won't be surprised, because that seems to be a motif around all the games. Like, why would a dev do something that's not optimized?
The crazy thing about
that was awesome. Yes,
and the crazy thing about it is, and I've always said this, I would love for the Xbox to have their games run nice and run smooth, but I think they have a community of people that they fed some nonsense for so long, and the community is praising them. So they really don't think they're doing anything wrong, even though they you can consistently see The games don't run as good. The games aren't as good. The first party games that go on to pass is fucking not good. They're not quality. But I don't know. I mean, fuck me. The only reason I say half this shit because there's podcasts I can't go on and say the verbiage I want because they're restricted. They're restricted to profanity, so I can't go on a podcast and tell them how I actually feel because I can't use profanity. They wouldn't want to hear from me.
It's for the kids.
I'm just saying.
Let me show you this.
I'm just saying.
This is the screenshot that leaked. All right, this leaked from 2018. This again, the space dude looking out into here. So this leaked from 2018, right? Do you want to grind some gears? Look at this. This is the thing that leaked. Again, we're going off the leaked screenshots for a game that's supposed to come out this fall. And who knows where Redfall is? That's supposed to come out this summer. We got.
Oh shit! What the fuck is that?
Wait a second. We're on. Look at. So this is what released, right? Get ready, grinders, because this wasn't acceptable enough. So this is what we're doing now. Watch this. So this is what leaked. People are like, that looks like shit. Then somebody. And I'm going to show it right here. I'm going to show it right here because you know what? There is no hiding this. This cannot be hidden. Mr. Colt Eastwood decided to take that photograph and say, hey, that old screenshot just needed a background. This is going to be insane. The dude took a leaked screenshot and modified it and added a background to it. And said this is gonna look insane and shared it out.
Fucking no man fucking shit. That's what that game is gonna end up coming out. Look, no man shit.
But I mean, since when has Bethesda ever put out graphically intensive games? That's not their style.
They don't.
That's not their style.
But you guys are going crazy over Bethesda. Did you miss the part where we took the leaked screenshot and then Mr. Colt Eastwood added a background to it and said,
I see this bullshit.
This guy, man.
He said that old Starfield screenshot just needed a background. The full reveal in June is going to be insane. What are you talking about the full reveal in June? They didn't even announce a show in June.
These guys are delusional.
What are we doing here? This is you're modifying leaked screenshots to look impressive because you know damn well what they showed looked like shit.
Fucking delusional.
Look at what they're doing. Somebody goes, my contribution. Look at what they basically just took the guy out and put him in a fucking. What the fuck?
Delusional.
I can't. I gotta hit the goddamn. I gotta hit it.
Wait.
Hold on. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate.
I can't. Like, what are we doing? Basically, we're modifying leaked screenshots to make the game look impressive.
But Jez, there's a reason why this is being done. Didn't they sit down in an interview when they were talking about Starfield and they basically said you got to make it your own story?
They're making their own screenshots.
That's what the fuck is going on right. They're making it their own. They're building a game for them.
They're taking concept art and CGI render of a goddamn picture or something and putting the. What is this?
Hold on.
There's no smiley face like this is a joke. This is somebody seriously like, yo, spread my shit. We're gonna get hyped for this game. Be hella high water.
Yo, Paul, spread my shit. What the
Spread my shit. Like, I don't understand. This is what's going on with Starfield. And not one friggin' and then saying like, oh, they'll show it in June. They'll show an event in June. Microsoft has been silent. They have all these games being built, and all you hear right now is how troubled their studio developments are across all of them. The State of Decay, all of them. The Initiative, getting the perfect help. 343 apologizing like a goddamn person getting kicked in the nuts, getting bullied by the Halo fans. It is sad shit.
I should have said this at the beginning of the podcast. Disclaimer: I am not attacking anybody personally on a personal level. I'm just attacking their gaming stands and their gaming takes. They're shit and cocksuckers. So when I say they're crazy cocksuckers, I'm talking about their gaming takes, not their personal life. I don't want it to get misconfused with their person because a lot of these people I'm talking about are really solid people, but they're fucking clowns and cocksuckers when it comes to gaming. So I just want to make that clear.
Yeah, we don't go to anybody, but man, I
just
just had to show
clear
that.
So people don't think I'm talking about this person on a personal level. There's some guys I'm talking about. They know who they are. They're probably listening. Hey, cocksucker, you're listening. They personally know that they are clowns and cocksuckers when it comes to their gaming takes. As a person, they're fucking amazing people, amazing fathers, amazing mothers. So I'm not talking about these people on a personal. No, I'm talking about their gaming takes only. So I just want to make sure, because I'm not fucking. You're not gonna Will Smith me and come and smack me, because I fight back. So what I'm trying to tell you is, this is your gaming take. It's clown shit. It's cocksuckery. If that's a word, that's what it is. And it's ridiculous. And you should be ashamed of yourself. So I'm not talking about you on a personal level. I'm talking about your gaming takes. Just want to make that shit clear.
All right.
Clownish ass behavior.
But so this is the real screenshot that leaked. Back to the Starfield. Like, my thing is that instead of taking this screenshot and modifying it, like, how can you not have any concern as to what is going on? You know, if this game is as big as it needs to be, there need to be multiple documentaries. Like, start marketing this game, because you know what? I think outside of maybe the PC group and maybe now Game Pass lovers, I don't even think Starfield has any traction. This is not Fallout. This is not a game that, like, it's been around for decades as a fifth version of it. This is not Elder Scrolls, where even Elder Scrolls Online is carrying some of the lore of Elder Scrolls, where there's some initial fan base. This is Starfield. This is a brand new IP that you're going to come off the Fallout of 76, where you already burnt a lot of bridges. This is the next game that you're going to talk about, Todd Howard, because you came out and talked about 76, and now you want to wipe your hands of it. But this is your next game, and you should be doing everything you can to be showing this game. And I don't know why they're not showing it, and they're just talking about it, and it's very ambiguous talk. But
I'm hoping,
this,
Des, you know what I'm hoping?
What?
You know what I'm really hoping? I'm hoping that when they show this, it blows my socks off. And I'm like, I can't wait to buy this game. When, oh, shit, they don't want me to buy. They want me to Game Pass. Fuck that game.
Oh, damn. It sounds like No Man's Sky, but again, what's the combat look like? What are you fighting aliens?
We don't
are
know,
you running
Jizz.
around with a bunch of space people?
You don't know.
Well, you don't know.
You don't
we
know
don't
anything.
Know.
You don't know shit.
We know nothing.
Wasn't Todd Howard making fun of people for hyping this game up and never
yes,
seen
he
anything
did. And
about
actually,
it?
Phil was on that show and laughed. They're like, they're hyping up this game, they don't even know. And Phil's like, what did he do? He goes,
cocksuckery is in the Urban Dictionary, so I can use it.
They don't even know what the game is. Filmers.
That's exactly what the son of a bitch did.
I think at this point, hopefully it's a wait and see game. I don't have, and this is a lot of. I honestly think that when we're not seeing anything, and I've heard people say on shows on Sunday that, hey, we ain't really seen God of War, so how do we know? We kind of got a template of what we saw, the little bit we saw in God of War. We kind of know what they bring to the table. We don't know fully what they changed, but we don't know really what this game truly, in fact, is.
But it's a sequel to God of War. What are you talking about?
This is a new IP. And we've seen gameplay of God of War. And this is a sequel.
God of War. It's a sequel.
Not including the people on Sunday podcast we haven't. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying it's a sequel. It's a sequel to God of War, and they showed gameplay to it. They showed more about God of War Ragnarok than we've seen of Starfield, Fable, Perfect Dark, State of Decay 3. We saw gameplay. We saw God of War game. What do you mean we didn't see it? We saw God of War Ragnarok gameplay.
Hey, Jazz, hold on. You just named like every studio that seems to be in some kind of
development
development
hell. There's no gameplay.
Calm down. All these studios you're talking about are in development hell, according to their own self. But hey, you listen to Sunday podcast, they're good. Rooftop parties, 6 o'clock Sundays.
I said that on my thing last time when everybody was talking about Perfect Dark, and they were saying like, no, I heard the same rumblings too. Oh, but it's fine now. The people that wanted to make this small, irrelevant game, they're gone now. But now they're making the big AAA thing. You know what's all bullshit? Like, if you knew that there was this trouble in the studios, you should have reported it, but you didn't. You waited for the news to break, and then you kind of come out in Damage Control and be like, oh, I heard the similar things. It's in a better place now. Just like the whole Fable thing. Oh, they're trying to do less with more. That's great. less with more people, like more with less they're doing. Oh, like it would take 3,000 people to make the game that we're making, but we're going to try to do it with 52 or 200. Really? That's a good strategy? Like, you think that that's smart? That sounds like, for the trillion-dollar company that they are, I heard that these studios were getting unlimited budgets. But you're telling me you're doing more with less. Ninja Theory comes out, we're staying small. We're not going to be bigger. We're staying with a small team. Dude, where's all the money going? I thought you had unlimited budgets. What happened? They said with Fable Frog, they're doing more with less. What we wanted to do when making a huge RPG game was to take what maybe 1,000 to 2,000 employees could do and do it with to 100 and 200 people. What?
I don't know, man.
That's what happened at 343. They had 500 people employed, 600 people employed. They look like now that they got 2 people just trying to hold the doors open. They can't get their shit out.
Okay, Jazz, think about this, Jazz. Think about this, guys. You got the Hellblade came out in 2017, right? Yep. The first one, right?
PlayStation first. Okay, I got it. Yep.
Okay. Horizon Zero Dawn came out in 2017. Yep. We've gotten Horizon Forbidden West. Okay. Where the hell is Hellblade 2? What's going on?
What does this say right here, Frog? Exactly. What does this say right here? And wait, we got God of War came out in 2018 as well, and we're getting God of War Ragnarok now. And what does this say at the bottom? Footage captured on a PS5 system. All right? Here's God of War gameplay. So I don't know what you're talking about. God of War, no gameplay. And we don't know what God of War is going to be. This is 3 minutes of video. Frog, this is 3 minutes of video. There's gameplay right there. There's 3 minutes of video that's longer than has anything been shown for Starfield, Fable, Perfect Dark, Avowed, State of Decay 3, Redfall, Contraband.
You named every game.
I named 7 games. This 3-minute clip showed more gameplay than those 7 games.
He said Perfect Dark from the AAA studio. I'm sorry, a quad AAA studio.
Games.
Sorry. Quad AAA studio.
3 minutes of gameplay here for this game has shown more gameplay than 7 games from first-party studios.
You know what it is, Jazz? Look,
what are you talking about? We don't know what God of War is looking like.
The fact of the matter is,
but Starfield's going to be a banger, though.
This is what you can guarantee when God of War comes out this year. God of War comes out this year, which you can guarantee is sites like Stevia and some of these other, whatever their names are. They'll give it 6s and 5s, and that's what they're banking on.
Stevia's going to come out with the 2 sugars.
And then Starfield comes out and has all these fucking bugs and all these problems, and it gets 10s from the same sites. That's what they're banking on, because we've seen this in the industry. There's some clown cocksucking shit going on. We need to stop it as gamers across the board. When you can look at something and tell when it's not doing right and something's not quite right afoot about it. You don't have to be on PlayStation or Xbox to look at something to say something's not quite right about this and call it out. But I think what I seem to say is the fucking fanboys that mostly play primarily on Xbox, they won't call shit out. And that's what I have a problem with. I will call shit out on PlayStation when it's not right.
Well,
why won't you call shit out on Xbox?
Frank, I'm gonna don't get too excited about this, but remember when Studio Ben said we're not making Days Gone 2? And we're like, oh shit, they're not making Days Gone 2. Sony doesn't know what to do with their studios. And I'm like, but wait, they're working on something new, right? Well,
you're right.
There's supposedly a next project's coming out, inspired by the previous studio's games, maybe Siphon Filter. Again, these are those friggin' PlayStation insiders, so I wouldn't even take this on you. But
Peg.
It says that it's a
Peg.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. They said it was an open. They said it's an open world game.
It says action and stealth open world game. It's merging Hitman and Metal Gear Solid with locations full of detail. The game will support some elements of multiplayer, such as online play as well as co-op. There was a LinkedIn profile that showed Bend is making a AAA open world game since 2019, more closely to this. I missed a super. I missed a super chat.
I don't know what.
I missed a super chat. Sorry. The Game Night 123 with the 5. He goes, even Bethesda are trying to hype up Starfield, saying things like Starfield fans are going to lose their minds when they play the game. I did see that, Game Night. And then he follows up with the Game Night 123, which says Phil Spencer in 2017 goes, we don't want to show a trailer for a game that's 2 to 3 years out.
Fucking clown.
Here we go. We got the interviews right here from the Xbox studio. Here it is. Exclusive, grinders. Hit that like button. Here it is.
Cold pop. And then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got her. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
There you go. Exclusive interviews from the people working at Microsoft Game Studios. They don't have time for this. They're running out of those studios like it's a fire. But, thank you, Game Night. Yes, exactly. It's all lies. But, one of these things, it's interesting to see what Studio Bend is working on. I think I said it. The reason why I'm putting this in there is a plug for Grindadamus, because I did say, we might hear about Studio Bend's game this year. So, I got a little excited. I'm like, oh, Studio Bend, let's see what it is.
We'll see what they make when it comes out. Hopefully they show more than, some little, photos of a
this
robot
is a leak.
or whatever.
This is not even from Sony. This is a leak thing. Now you can go back to play Horizon. See, that's the difference that people get, Frog.
What I'm saying is, by the time I think they show what they need to show, we'll at least have some idea of concept of what it is. I just think that at some point that, Xbox Game Studios need to take a cue from Nintendo and Sony. Shut the fuck up until you got something to show. If it's 5-6 years out, the software that's in your console to do the talking. Don't show shit that's half baked. Halo Infinite.
The next topic
because
I
had to flow that into the next conversation, because I'm just like, you can't show shit that's half baked. They get 9s and 10s and it's winning you all these awards, but you fucking have a player count of less than 3,000. I don't get it.
Is State of Decay? Isn't that the studio's got some issues over there? Are you going to talk about that?
Oh no, I didn't have it. I did not have it on there.
Okay.
I think where was it? I have it right here.
So apparently that game is still in pre-production.
That's what came out from it. More pre-production,
wait.
man.
Hold on. What is pre-production? Let's clarify what pre-production is so we understand.
Well, pre-production is like the planning phase of kind of laying out what you're trying to do.
Oh my God.
You're not even actually, you're not actively full steam ahead developing the game. You know what I'm saying? So we're not getting that game anytime soon.
2026?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Oh,
Phil was actually hyping that game up in the interview.
Shit. Wait, let me ask this question real quick. Let's be real for 1 second. What's going on? And let's just say in the industry, we know across the board that Disney, Nintendo, Apple, there's a lot of sexism, mismanagement, a lot of disgusting stuff going on in these companies. Let's not even act like it isn't. We just don't know and hear about it, right? But what is it with? I don't know. In the last couple of weeks, there's been a lot of shit going on with certain companies that kind of have aligned themselves with the Xbox Game Studios, with a lot of misconduct and stuff. And Microsoft is quick to seem like maybe they just buy companies that they're like, shit, they're getting sexy asses.
I got a letter for you. But wait a second. Just everybody, here we go, grinders. Hit that like button. Over 180 people. Hit that like button, because here comes a punchline. State of Decay 3 still in pre-production. Mismanaged sexism and undead labs. Here it comes. Get ready for the money shot. Oh my God. Here it is.
Joe, don't show it. Don't show it. Don't show it. What? Don't show it. Friends, don't you dare show that. They tricked me. Don't you show it. Don't you show it. What? Don't you show it. Don't you show it. I'm stopping you, Grinds! No! Yes, I said that I'm really excited about State of Decay 3. Just on March 14th of this year. Oh no.
He Phil Nest himself. Phil Spencer, in March of 2014 of this year, says he's really excited about State of Decay 3.
Fucking clown.
And here he goes. Here comes the Phil Nest. Just rolls right off the tongue. This is probably not a big surprise for people. I don't know if I should read it in the Phil Nest voice, but I'm going to read it in the Grinds My Gears voice.
You definitely should.
Should I read in the
Grind?
Should I read it in the Phil Ness voice?
Only way we get the true Phil Ness.
All right.
Okay, he showed it, so I guess I'll have to read it in my Phil Ness voice. This is what I said. This one's probably not that big of a surprise for people who have watched me play, but I was a big State of Decay 2 player. Looking at State of Decay 3, I'm incredibly excited about some of the advancements they're going to make. They've had this pattern. They've talked about it publicly from State of Decay 1 to 2 to 3 and what they want to do. And we haven't shown a lot of State of Decay 3. It's a game I really enjoy playing. I'm a big co-op player. I like building. I like resourcing. And I'm really excited about where the team's going. That has been your dose of Philness.
Yo, if that ain't a line of horse shit, he said the same thing about the initiative. I had fun playing the game today. That was 2 goddamn years ago.
Dude, you know when he abbreviated in that SOD3, he meant Sakaduki 3. That's basically
look at this. They said they were pre-production.
That
and he said,
Link,
sorry.
Oh yeah, okay. No. With the initiative I've heard from someone who's pretty credible, they kind of didn't really have. They had a lot of issues with the direction in which they wanted to take the game, so they weren't really making any progress. And therefore, that's why they brought Crystal Dynamics in, and pretty much this is going to be a Crystal Dynamics game.
I agree. That's exactly that. Crystal Dynamics is perfect. The initiative is going to be like maybe a footnote, maybe an asterisk on there. Yeah. Because
they kind of really had to bring somebody in. And see, the thing is with Microsoft, if you've noticed, when you hear Sony first party studios talking, they talk about the camaraderie and how they share information. Yeah. You don't hear that when you hear about Microsoft devs. You never hear about them collaborating really between different studios. How the hell are you going to bring in a third party studio to make your first party IP if you got all these studios, all this talent? You have id, you have all these great devs, and you're going to bring in Crystal Dynamics? It just shows that there's some dysfunction going on over there.
After 2 years,
I said the same thing when they were like, "Hey, Playground is making an RPG," and I was like, "Wait, but you got Bethesda and all the other studios that make RPG. Why would you make why are these guys making an RPG?"
Fearmonger, Frog. Well, you asked that, and then the studio itself.
They said that they're having issues because they're not used to making. I'm like, yo, what the hell is really going on? Why don't you guys get the guys to make RPGs? Let them make the RPGs.
Why you make Rare make Perfect Dark? They don't know what
all I'm saying is like there's something going on in that whole gaming division, and even if Microsoft were to become a publisher, I still don't think their games would be that good.
Dude, the one thing I want to say is look, and this is the thing, Frog, we said the same thing about Fable, and everybody's like, oh no, but Playground Games makes great games. I'm like, yeah, good racing games. Like they don't make they don't make RPGs with quests and combats and stuff. And then they have an article from them going, yeah, we don't do that. We're trying to figure out how to do it. And we're doing more with less. Oh my gosh.
And they're like, oh, but look at Horizon's worlds. The Horizon, Forza Horizon's worlds are amazing.
Trees and Horizon.
RPG.
The trees and Horizon are going to be... Now, but the thing is like not even... Look at... This is what the studios are saying. Look at... This came out March 31st with a studio still in pre-production. There's mismanagement issues going on there. And Phil Spencer said he's really excited about it. But look at the words that Phil Ness uses. Here he says right here. He goes, I'm excited. Wait a second. He goes right here. I'm excited about the advancements they're going to make. Phil Ness is just, he's a big State of Decay 2 fan. And then to hear that, he's a big State of Decay 2 fan. How did State of Decay 2 ship?
That game was shit.
Thank you. He was a huge Crackdown fan. His favorite franchise. How was that game?
Hold on. Wasn't let's just make sure. I want to make sure I'm right. Wasn't State of Decay 2 the game that you can get stuck in an environment and there was no way to get out?
Yes, that was. It was the game
I mean,
that
give me a fucking break.
Remember
with
the
these games,
downgrade,
man.
the ultimate downgrade, where they showed it and then they showed it again.
Yes.
It was horrible looking. It was glitchy as hell. You want to talk about Horizon, the Forbidden West, with a flower in the air? That game.
The problem, Jez.
Decay 2 had all the bugs ahead of the first one, and people said it's the charm of it. It's Phil's favorite.
For people who enjoy gaming, I don't see how you can primarily game. And this, once again, it sounds like fanboy shit, but it's really not. How you can primarily game on Xbox and hate everything Sony or Nintendo. Okay, let's just say Sony, because they're your biggest competition. You hate everything Sony does first party. You wish they put everything day and day into a service. Yeah, if they did that, they'd go bankrupt, you cocksuckers. But the fact of the matter is, you keep saying, well, I only paid $1 for it, so it doesn't matter if the quality of the game. That's what you guys keep saying to yourselves.
I know.
So if that makes you sleep well at night, okay.
I don't understand. Like, the writing is on the wall. The writing was on the wall with Halo, which that we're talking about. But, like, this is the stuff that I just don't understand. And shout out to Destro. I'm sorry. When I get to it. With the 10, he goes $9.99. Destro 39. Thank you so much for in the channel. Thank you for the super chat. And then also DJ H32X VIP Grinder. One thing to lie, he does one thing to lie and keep idiot Xbox on the hook. Phil is so good, they gave him industry awards and he has done nothing. I totally agree with you, and thank you so much for being a 7-month grinder, VIP grinder. But there you go. And that's the thing that grinds on gears. Why do we vent about this stuff? Why do we talk? You want to know what? Because there's fools, clowns and cocksuckers, as Farg calls them, telling us these are the better times of Xbox. What we had with the 360 and early on the Xbox One, the games. Oh, no, this is a better time. And Phil Spencer brought this to you. We're here to tell you, no, it's not. It's the worst time. It is making Xbox irrelevant. And you're using bogus bullshit quotes and stuff and mocking leaked screenshots to try to make yourself feel good at night. Get that warm, fuzzy feeling. You know, I could slap the word guarantee on a box, but all I'm doing is selling you a guaranteed piece of shit. That's what I'm selling you. Hey, this is what I mean. Like, it's bullshit. It's everything but the games. And when it comes to games, they are shaking in their boots. Promises of games and gameplay. Pre-production. I was told in 2019 where I was like, guys, we haven't seen gameplay. They're like, Jez, it's 2018. It takes 4 years to make games. We're finding out 4 years later these games are still in pre-production. They bought this Undead Labs in 2018. Why is the game in pre-production in 2022? What are you doing? Everwild was shown in 2019, rebuilding it. Halo was shown and then rebuilt.
There's something wrong.
There's something going on.
Instead of people calling it out that actually say they love the platforms and that's their primary game, they sit there and they fanboy for this shit and they deserve what they get. They totally deserve it.
Sometimes just watch it let it burn. That's what I say sometimes. I'm like, you know what? You're the one that has to wake up every goddamn day and put on that fake smile and be like, it's fine. I call it tears of a clown. What is it? People say I'm the life of the party cause I tell a joke or two. Like, what the hell, dude? Like, it's the tears of a clown. Like, you gotta keep that straight face when you post on Twitter, hey, I'm excited about Starfield. More like chocolate starfish, goddammit. The fuck? And speaking about trash.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
Horrible. And you want to know what? It's not just the Grindhouse. It's not just the goddamn Grindhouse. It's the whole Halo goddamn kit and caboodle community.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
Done.
Here we fucking go. Let's get it done.
They are done. They are done. They are losing money for streamers. They are losing money for they are pissing off not only the people that just want to play the goddamn game. They're pissed. The streamers are losing money because nobody gives a flying shit about Halo. You see we see it on our good old Halo, whatever the hell it is. Where is it? Our Halo, how many players? You want to see?
I'm gonna say this as calmly as possible. I don't understand anybody who is a true fan of the franchise who considers herself a primary Xbox player. Because, like I said, I used to be a guy that I played primary on Xbox, but Ring of Death said fuck. I said fuck that. So I can't understand a person who says they're a true fan of the series and they can't see the problems this game has. But they deflect to what Gran Turismo 7 has aggressive microtransaction programs. Well, dude, I heard this probably this Sunday on a podcast. They said, Gran Turismo 7 had egregious practices with their, but your game that's supposed to be your marquee game has failed. Not it's failing, has failed. And we called this and we said this. I said this when the game came out. If you can't give us progression and some kind of updates within the first month or two, your game is going to fail. It's going to die. And then, not only mention that, you got a fucking TV show that can't even save it because you got a cocksucker running around with his helmet on.
Around with his helmet off.
Trying like a little bitch in the second show. What the fuck is going on here?
He's running around with his helmet off. What is this? Yeah. Halo cosplayers do it better.
All I can say is not my Master Chief. Not my fucking Master Chief. Fuck that.
Not mine.
This is fucking sad.
Like he put the helmet on the first 10 minutes of the show and thinks off he's walking around with a helmet off.
Look, Jazz, this is sad on a whole nother level. Imagine if a Mario game or a Zelda game or dude, this would be the death of Nintendo or probably Sony's consoles because these are huge strengths. This should really smack you in the fucking face if you permanently play it on Xbox as to what Game Pass to me is doing to your fucking franchises. This is a lot of Game Pass's fault. You don't fucking make a game like Halo free to play and then you don't have a fucking plan for it. You know why you don't have a plan for it? Because it's free to play and the other part is in the subscription. And you're like, oh, it's not Xbox anymore. It's Game Pass.
Exactly.
Get the fuck out of here.
And you're right. I think you're right with the whole thing where it is a free game. They seem to not be like they seem to be just like fixing it. I got the fix, but what I just want to show is that it's not only just the issues with the game, but it's showing that look at the Twitch numbers, the interest in viewers, Twitch viewers, that it is going down just along with the player count. And that's where people, the news, they're not running a service game properly because they are, even when we saw it last week when he was playing the violins going, well, I hope we're going to fix it. They had the sad music playing in the background. And it's like, that don't sound like something to get excited for. And these Halo content channels, all these things, they are actually changing and pivoting.
They're dead with as far as Halo's
concerned. Well, it says right here, a live service game that has forgotten that it's a live service. And it says here, like, these are the things, like, they interviewed a Twitch person, like, a bunch of Twitch people, and they're like, the Twitch peaks are below 10K and dropping, with averages even lower. Lynch says February was his worst month of views in over a year. You expect some tail off after the launch of any game, but every content creator I've spoken to echoes the sentiment. Engagement for Halo Infinite is abnormally low for a live service game that at the beginning of its multi-year journey, especially for a franchise as big as this. The game plays great, so what's the problem? So the problems are is that he's saying, yeah, exactly. That's the problem. Things like co-op campaign and Forge delayed to later this year. We don't even know when they're coming in Season 2. Multiplayer favorites like Infection, Snotty Snipers, Team Doubles are missing.
Custom
what, games, King of the wait. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I'm gonna
custom games and theater mode, which are crucial for content creators, have been inoperable since launch. Desync issues plague matchmaking. There's no long-term progression system. The thing they have not fixed. There's no option to replay campaign missions without restarting the game. There's no service record. I could go on. And people, the quote is, unless we start to see big features added soon, the small upticks that fade away in a month or so are just not going to do it for these content creators. They said here that, the mid-season update was more akin to a week 1 patch, rather than the kind of content the drop of maps, modes, and weapons other live services are doing. After promising players a content roadmap in January, Joseph Staten said we need more time to finalize our plans. The roadmap is still missing. We haven't seen it. He missed it in January. He said, we're sorry. Dude, we're in April. There's no roadmap. And they don't even know how long Season 2 is going to be until Season 2 launches in May. All right? Content creator like Arish isn't convinced that 343 outline plans will change the state of the game. Quote, Unless we start to see bigger features added, the seasons will just be small upticks that fade away in a month. He says his views have more than halved in 3 months of season 1. And these are the people that make money. And this is where I wanted to get to here. Down at the bottom here where he says, here, another recurring view between people that I spoke with. And this is exactly what we said in the Grindhouse. But people are like, oh, stop hating on Halo. It's fine. The same fuckers that said it's fine. It's the same people that are telling you it's fine now with all these studios. When Halo came out, and I was like, guys, this is not a Halo. Like, this is not good.
Nope.
It had some good gameplay. That's nice, but this is not good for the Infinite version of Halo. And look at what the community is saying. Halo Reach had Invasion. Halo 4 had Spartan Ops. Halo 5 had Warzone. Infinite doesn't really have that signature mode.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you.
No, and it doesn't have, and it's missing a lot of things that previous versions had.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Content creation. These are all quotes. We have long periods of nothing. Morale is pretty terrible. He goes, and includes larger Halo YouTubers. And I watched them. They are all pissed off about this stuff. And then it says many of these larger Halo YouTubers are still process the covering of different games. Recently made changes to Call of Duty videos and streaming Elden Ring. He thinks the Switch is viable, but acknowledges that the transition will be slow. But the late night gaming of his channel, one of the biggest Halo channels, is regarding what he makes that there'll be eyes on it. Covering different games seems to be a riskier proposition for slightly smaller Halo channels. And he goes like testing the waters because of how little Halo content there is to make. I hope it works by switching games on YouTube. It's really hard, and Halo fans seem to be really stuck. And also, if you listen to King Thrasher's video about Halo, he has all the clips of these Halo channels saying the same thing.
Yep.
We're making
the same thing.
We're doing this stuff. It's a mess.
Sorry,
guys. I just want to read those quotes off. Go.
Yeah, real quick.
I'm going to find another one.
And we said a lot of stuff about Halo Infinite before it came out. Once we found out it was going to say Game Pass, once we found out there was a free-to-play multiplayer, the key thing is, and a lot of people, and I've heard some clowns and cocksuckers once again say, well, look at Fortnite. Fortnite was a new IP.
Really did.
Fortnite was a brand new IP. They had time to grow that IP. This is an established franchise. You should know what you are before you come out. Some of those modes that you had from your previous game should have been there day one. That multiplayer, me playing with a friend through the whole story, should have been there day one. Some of the key elements that make Halo look, and then here's the bigger thing. People don't. I don't
Here's
think
some Bonnie Ross quotes
this.
I put up there.
This is the bigger thing. GoldenEye bought Halo. Halo bought on Call of Duty, and Call of Duty basically became like the king every year of basic shooters. But then that changed the game in the last couple of years to Fortnite and Apex Legends being a bigger game and Call of Duty Warzone mode. And they had to see what was going on in the industry as far as shooters were concerned. And they had to learn from that. And if they didn't learn anything from their past, what makes me sick to the stomach is, how did you look at your Halo 1, 2, 3, all the way up? Not 3, 4, 3 technically, but how did they not look at all the Halos and say, we need to take the best of best of best of best and put a respin on it and put this in our game until we can get the modes we really want to get? You didn't even do that. You gave us a bare bones. And by all means, this game is fun to play as a Halo game. Gunplay is good, but it's so fucking drab and dry. Like, I'm playing the same maps over and over and over and over. And I'm sitting there like, yo, what is new? And then what makes it so bad is you made the multiplayer free to play and you expect people to spend money on shit, on fucking trash.
I know, elbow pads, shoulder pads.
Hold on. You cannot earn any of this shit as far as like COD money. You can't earn COD money like, you know how you pay the $10 one time, you never have to pay it again as long as you pay COD. You can't do that in Halo. It's not like Gran Turismo 7 where people shit on it, where you can actually earn the in-game credits. You can't do that in Halo. Maybe now you can. What I'm saying is,
you can't earn in-game. You can't.
They look at all these fucking games going around them that had bad things about them and say, you know what? We got to make sure we don't do this in our game. They didn't do that. They just said, fuck it, throw this game out there because it's in Game Pass. I totally believe the reason we're having these problems is because it's in fucking Game Pass.
Of course it is.
If this game standalone and the Game Pass had nothing to do with it, this game would not have came out when it came out. It would have came out probably sometime this year or next year, and it would have been a better product, maybe.
Yeah, and Garuda, I agree. Like, I know Halo was fun when it came out, but like 6 months in, one map, two maps for one map for big team battle, which it sounds interesting that they have like a laser that goes across the field, which they have an interactive map, so that sounds interesting, but it's one map that's going to be put into the rotation. Plus, the other thing is that they're putting King of the Hill as a feature, and that was another rant that went on Reddit post.
Dude.
But first,
you got some of the biggest Halo fans that are dropping this game.
Hear what they said. This is Bonnie Ross quotes. Ready? 343 Industries made a lot of mistakes with Halo 4. We can do better. Halo Master Chief Collection, a black eye for us. Halo 5 won't suffer the same fate, says franchise director. Halo Infinite has learned from the past Halo 5 mistakes, says 343 Industries. Dude, they can't even get the content that was from that.
No.
And then if you look here's the other thing.
Oh my God.
If you look here, now, remember I said last week about the whole, like, they have this TV show and they have no content? Well, now, hear this. 343, community director Brian Gerard said the team is looking at ways to feature the show within the game's universe.
Oh,
here's
my
God. Wait. Here's
really?
the quote. We will have some content that is inspired by the show that will be coming out in a game a bit further down the road with no timeline specified. Season 2 of the TV show, they're going to put the guy's face in there.
People shooting weapons without their finger on the actual fucking trigger.
Yeah, I saw that too.
I mean,
they're going to put the dude's face in there.
Why would you do this to yourself?
Here's another person that left. Bree Chin is gone.
Here's another thing. Here's another thing.
Gameplay engineer lead left 343. Where's her interview? I got it right here. Hold on.
Yeah, here's another thing, Jared.
Here's her interview.
I said, oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got her. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that.
There we go. There's the interview. That's another one. There's our interview. Exclusive interview.
You know what, Jared? It sounds like we're shitting on Halo just to be shitting on Halo, but if for people, and I can speak for myself, I love the freaking franchise, and it's fell from its grace. It's not what it used to be, and it's not even better than it used to be. I think when I played Halo Infinite, I was in the mode of like, oh shit, I just want a Halo game. But after I sat there and beat the story and really played the multiplayer, I was like, damn, man, like, where is the content? And the single player story was like, okay, this is okay, but I played it just to see what it was. And after I beat it, I was like, yo, what the fuck is this ending? And then playing the multiplayer, I just got tired of it.
Yeah.
I was like, there's so much new stuff coming out. If the way you do a service game, you have to keep people invested in that game that don't want to leave that game. You can't fucking just, and that's why I said, I'll be surprised if this fucking multiplayer doesn't make its way to PlayStation soon. And they say, hey, we can't save the multiplayer, put it multi-plat. Because, and I said this before, like, there's something going on with the way they do things, and I blame a lot of it on Game Pass. I don't know, cocksuckers on Sunday podcast said, you can't blame the quality of games on Game Pass because it's not the budget. Budgets and Game Pass have no correlation. Come on now. We can clearly see Game Pass makes games worse. You can't fucking say it doesn't. There's nothing that can make me believe that Game Pass is
creator
not
of the
making games
year
worse.
last year with 2 games that are not even on the Xbox game with Deathloop
I don't get it.
and Age of Empires being thrown in there. They're not even on the Xbox console. So why are you excited about it?
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
What I'll say is this: at the end of the day, I love Halo. I want Halo to be great, but I think it's dead. I think the franchise is dead. I think that after Halo Infinite's 10-year strand, kill Halo. At this point, other studios should be looking to kill. They should be looking to kill Gears. Don't bring back a Gears game. Bring us a new IP.
I don't even know, dude. They're
all
using
you're gonna do is fuck it up.
Frog. They're using King. They're telling you to come back for King of the Hill for season 2. The mode in King of the Hill, they're like this. The game mode has been in Halo for half a decade, but people say gatekeeping. I'm not using the word gatekeeping in here.
No.
But the thing is, the fact that they're using this to trickle down, and this is what the person said right here, they're basically they're drip feeding you content in game modes that were in Halo forever. King of the Hill is a feature for season 2? A feature? Like, come on. Like, what are we doing? And know what's crazy? The reason why I bring this up is because we said this for friggin' years. When Halo was going into Game Pass, I'm like, they're gonna drip feed this stuff to you, and everybody's like fearmonger, all this stuff, and look, they're doing exactly that. That's why we got over 200 people in the Grindhouse Live right now, because they know this is the shit that we should be concerned about, because when they say, this is my future, I say, hell no, this is not my future. Because I don't want all my games to be like this. And Microsoft is forcing the industry to funnel down this thing because they want their money in Game Pass. And the problem is like, I don't want everything in a goddamn subscription. I don't. Oh, why? Save money. Because it's my hobby. You know, like I said before, if you were a friggin' model airplane designer and you were getting these high quality models and somebody's like, hey, for $10 a month, I'll send you plastic models. That dude's not going to do that. He's not going to be like, oh, well, you know what? Hell, quality. I'll take these plastic airplane models. If that's your hobby, you don't want to see it be diminuized. You don't want to see it be like casualized. You don't want to see it go, well, we're making little Timmy play. What is the quality of engagement? Phil just says if you click on it, he counts you as a number. He counts you as an account. Do you even play the game anymore for them to count you as a gamer? When you buy a product, that's what you would saying this is the value of that product. You're paying $15 a month for games that you don't even know are going to be there. And the problem here is that everything that they ever going to make is going to be in there. That is the problem. That's why when we talk about Sony service, they are keeping that as a side piece, as an accessory, and leverage their games that they're making primarily for you as the big blockbuster games, and leverage them over time to put them in subsequent services to get people that maybe have not experienced them to play them. That is the waterfall effect. That's how we ensure. Remember the movies? They went right to the big movie theaters, only in theaters, right when they open up, because that's where they make the real money. That's where the people want to go experience Avengers Endgame like that. You want to go to the theater. You want to see Spider-Man No Way Home with all them and they're flying around with all the enemies from the other Spider-Man. You want to see that on the big screen. And then for those people that go, you know what? I don't want to see it. Wait for it to DVD. Wait for it to digital. Fine. But that game is not going directly to digital. All right? It doesn't have to go directly to the lowest common denominator. Make it for the premier. Make it for the elite. For the people that want to spend the most and enjoy the hobby. Then, after time, when it starts dying down, then you put it in subsequent services. And that's the model where you satisfy every level. You don't piss off your hardcore, and you entice the casuals as well. And when it gets down to the casuals or gets down to the subscription services, you start teasing the sequel. Put it on PC. You like Horizon 1? Well, guess what? I got Horizon 2 for you. Oh, shit. Okay. That's what you do. That's the virtuous cycle that Jim Ness was talking about. That's the cycle. It's the waterfall effect. You feed them and you have them come back for more. And that's the thing. If you go right to the bottom, you go right to the subscription with all your games, you're only scraping the bottom of the barrel and you're pissing off the people that want to spend the most and have the best experiences. Those are the people that matter because those are the influencers that are going to spread the word to the casuals to tell them to try out that game. That's the cycle. And Microsoft broke that cycle by giving trash-ass games and forcing them in a trash-ass service. And now, because the industry doesn't want to go into that service, they're buying the industry and using their money and scaring the shit out of regulators and all this other stuff to force them all up their ass.
Did you just hit the nail on the head? Because they don't want to. You're buying the industry. Say that again.
They're buying the industry to force them into Game Pass. What is the first sentence that came out of Phil's mouth after the $7 billion deal? All Bethesda games will be in Game Pass. $70 billion deal with Activision. What was his first quote on the CNBC? Well, Activision games. Well, on the close of the deal, all Activision games will be in Game Pass. That's what he said.
Shout out to my sister. My nephew was just born.
Oh, congrats, man!
Yeah, her third and last child. That joker is a turkey. That joker is like, dude, he's like 9 pounds 5 ounces. He's almost.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I feel bad for her insides, but shout out to her for her last child.
Congrats.
Man, that's a big baby. So, whew.
Well, I bet you that baby didn't. I'm going to say that he had bad looks, but he came out probably as bold as Craig right here.
I don't know, man. In our family, we seem to come out with a lot of hair.
Oh, damn, you got a lot of hair? You got a lot of hair.
Babies in our family are born with hairs. My daughter had so much hair. Oh my gosh, it was ridiculous.
Frog, you know that Phil Spencer had a Craig meme T-shirt made?
Are you fucking? See, stop playing with me. Are you serious?
What? No.
Are you serious? He did?
Yeah.
Nah.
Shout out to Metal of Raccoon City. He has the link right here. Yeah, it's right here. What the hell is it? Phil Spencer quotes.
Well, you'll never hear me say I got to get one of those.
Phil Spencer says it right here. He said that Joel Garcia, follower on the Twitters, he goes, "We actually have these shirts," Phil said. I didn't wear it today, which is Craig's face. I love that, and the team embracing that. It's just so funny. Yeah, I think Craig will be around for many, many decades in the Halo lore. You'll find his pictures all over the place. And I found them in dreams. And somebody's like, no way did he say that. And yes, he did. He did say that. And Destructo had the article. I don't know where the hell this is. But yeah.
So basically,
Craig inspired them.
They know they're a joke, man.
Phil Spencer, he has a Halo Craig meme. This is what they think. Craig was a disgrace to the Halo franchise. It was a disgrace and a joke of you making, like, when you're talking 12 teraflops and you show that trash, it was a mockery of you. And you didn't say, I saw that. I am, we'll have work to do. We got to fix this. No, he goes, oh, we celebrate it. You celebrate mediocrity. You know what? I don't care if it's a joke or not, but you don't see
Nintendo or PlayStation Studios doing this. When something fails badly, they apologize and they say we'll do better.
We got to do better. Yeah.
You know, they don't do this. I'm not saying because they're Japanese companies. I'm just saying I think they take what they're doing very serious. They look, all these companies want to make money, right? So as a consumer, I want to give you my money if you give me great products. I'm not going to give you my money, and Microsoft obviously knows we're not going to give you money. So that Game Pass is $1. Fucking comes in Taco Bell boxes, $1. Who cares?
Well, oh my God. And here we go. Now we get to the nitty-gritty. Talking about crying. Yo. So senators of the FTC. Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh my God. Here we go.
The lack.
I'm trying not to get hyped. I'm gonna try not to.
So the lack of Senator Warren came out and said that she had concerns. Actually, let me go get the tweet out there. Let me go get her tweet because I got
no. Look, my nephew will play good games wherever they are. Maybe in the future it'll be Xbox, but as of right now, he can. My nephew, hopefully, he plays just good games wherever they are. Because realistically, I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
Entertainment.
Whew, man.
Wow. So I don't know. Did she delete the tweet? No.
He said no to Japanese thing. It might be. You know what? They do things different over there. But I think the quality there's a quality problem over at that Xbox Game Studio.
He's not doing the coffees.
Yeah, there's something going on.
So here we go. You want some entertainment, guys? Hit that like button. We had over 200 people in here. Let's go. Here we go. You want some good entertainment. So Elizabeth Warren comes out and she goes, Activision has a history of unchecked workplace sexual misconduct and discrimination.
Man, no
merger
shit.
with Microsoft happens. Conditions for workers could get worse. And she copied Sanders.
Wait. Is she saying that there's something going on at Microsoft we don't know about?
Well, yeah. Well, that's how people took it, right? Well,
yeah. That's how
get ready to be entertained. Here we go. Boomstick. Brooms. This is an extremely dishonest take, and you know it. It's a toxic workplace that is documented Activision. To suggest that Microsoft would make matters worse is ridiculous. Microsoft is the top 10 places in the country. He took a survey from CNBC.
Oh, wait, he works there?
I don't know. I guess so.
Okay, I'm just wondering.
Head him to the there we go. And then our good friend B-Rap, I asked him to come on the show. He said he'll try to get on. Hopefully he's listening out there. He was in a battle all weekend grinding those gears. And he goes, take them with a grain of salt. He goes, these these lists, take them with a grain of salt. I can tell you as an HR professional that companies do not often embody best places to work. You know?
Thank you.
And then J-Dub coming in. I asked J-Dub to come on. J-Dub, wherever you are, to come on there. And then he talked about the state of Decay 3. Some people saying, great job, Senator. But man, this thread is entertainment at its best. Here's Italian clowns. Microsoft under Satya Nadella has an awesome workplace structure from most of the people I hear. Employees are listened to, heard, and input valued. Maybe you mean some of their competitors who are facing massive lawsuits. Definitely misinformed. So everybody works there. So when you get followed by Phil Spencer, I guess you call yourself an employee. Maybe Sarah Bond likes a tweet.
Excuse me.
Microsoft's known for its kindness. It's very concerning when you see Senator Warren wielding this kind of political power. Listen, politics, Xbox the creeper. Here we go. Microsoft hires external lawyers to deal with sexual harassment in politics. Listen,
oh my God, there's so much I want to
say. Tim Dog says horrible take, like Senator Warren's like she's a pony.
Here's what I'll say.
Horrible take.
I only got one thing to say. This.
She is like the pony cabinet.
That's like somebody saying that that hasn't been in the military where I served 20 years. They're telling me about the military, and I can tell you firsthand accounts of what's going on because I served. Here's my thing. I don't really care about all this. I think they're looking at it from, and this is what I would guess. They're looking at it from a stake of, hey, this is a huge deal. And what does this say if they keep going after companies, maybe? And what does this help this company that has all this going on in it? Maybe they're looking at it like that. I don't know. To each his own. But I think if you're not working the company, you're defending Microsoft as far as the gaming side of it, you're an idiot. Because if you're looking at it from an aspect as a gamer and you're arguing with the senator, you're probably stupid to sit there and argue. Especially if you don't work there.
They're not arguing. They're telling her that Microsoft is the best place to work for. They're not just telling her that
these guys are delusional.
These guys are mentally ill.
They think they work for Microsoft.
These guys don't work for Microsoft, nor do they own the company. So I don't understand why they even care. It's a company. It's ridiculous. It's borderline insane.
They're like PlayStation has it too. I'm like PlayStation's not buying Activision for $70 billion.
There is no way, shape, in hell that when you can say a company. Hold on, I'm sorry. There's no way, shape, in hell you can look at a company and say, "Oh, they're the best of this." I can tell you the U.S. Army is the best of this, but I can tell you a lot of bad shit that I experienced in the military. Racism, it exists in the military. Sexism exists in the military. There's a lot of shit that exists in the military that you just don't see. But if you didn't do it and you weren't there, you won't know. I can tell you shit. And so my whole thing is. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Why are they getting so upset? Like this actually is going to affect them. I don't understand this.
Thank you. That's the whole point. That's what I said. That's best left said.
Starboy goes. He tweets at Senator Warren telling her that Phil Spencer received a Lifetime Achievement Award.
The stuff I read, it just cringe, man.
What are we doing?
Round and cocksuckers.
Senator Warren, you don't understand. Phil is a Lifetime Achievement winner at the DICE Awards. He's winning awards.
This is why when you hear people who when they start talking about gaming, you can kind of tell where they're gaming before they even say they're on Xbox. Just by the way they start talking, you can already tell. You can usually 9 times out of 10 when a person starts talking and they say they game. You don't even have to ask them what console. Just start and listen to listen to how they're talking and the rhetoric they spit. You're like, oh, you game on Xbox. So, well, how'd you know? Because you're a fucking clown. You can tell.
Frog, would you provide something to your claim, Senator Warren? You might want to look into Phil Spencer and the changes he's made as CEO of Microsoft. You remember he was in a party chat with me. I talked to Phil. I'm employee there. You may want to talk to Phil Spencer. He'll take care of it. He'll tell you. It's the best place to work from CNBC. Microsoft just doesn't own MSNBC at all. Like MSNBC.com reporting Microsoft's the best place to work. They fucking own NBC. It's called MSNBC. Oh shit! Pause. They own.
I tell you, man, this is disgusting.
NBC.com. Oh yeah, well Microsoft, MSNBC. They fucking Microsoft NBC. Oh, it's a great place.
In a lot of ways, man, I think social media has made things worse because you've given people the ability to have a voice that really just says
how much
cock they suck.
Did Phil Spencer write this article?
It's just like, man, they don't need a voice on this. when they totally and they don't get it. They don't get it. What they're arguing about. And the point is, they're arguing some fanboy shit.
They think she's a pony with a pony cabinet. Like Herman Hulst is back there with the freaking cabinets.
How can you be this emotionally invested in a corporation, a multi-trillion-dollar corporation? This is insane.
I don't have any clue.
You're not benefiting at all.
They actually think they work there. They think they're part of this Microsoft community. They're getting paid. This is the reason why. I when I saw some of these things on here, I'm like, you really think that you're doing the deed and work for this company? You don't work.
Look at that shit. Show the same energy towards they get Sony.
Exactly.
All
what does Sony have to do with this, dude? Microsoft is the one buying the gaming industry, not Sony.
Hold on. These are the same guys. Why don't these guys talk about fucking the cocaine and orgy parties on Capitol Hill that were being talked about? Why don't we talk about that? But no, you're talking about something like Microsoft and
51 followers.
These guys, man, are fucking.
I don't know. He's posted telling to send a warrant to check out Sony.
They got major issues.
Major issues, man. I mean, we got cocaine and freaking orgy parties on Capitol Hill, but you guys are talking about freaking Microsoft buying freaking Activision.
He goes like this. He goes,
fuck out of here.
He says, now this is the other thing. This guy goes, heck, Activision could sell all the IPs to Microsoft and lay off 10,000 employees. Do you want that to happen?
God.
Now they think Microsoft is the savior of Activision. Like, what are you They are burning internally with their own studios they own for freaking goddamn 20 years.
Who play on
they can't even get a game out, and you were thinking that they're saving Activision. You know what? No other place I've seen shown this, but you know what? Let's go to the letter. Hit that fucking like button. We're going to the fucking letter that I got right goddamn here.
Shit.
Let's see what the hell they're saying, because these people think that she's a friggin' pony. Like she got Herman Hulst in her back cabinets.
Somebody said in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
I'm the same way. I don't give a fuck about Sony Corporation. They just happen to have better games in their console. That's the truth. I don't fucking give a fuck about Sony Corporation.
But guess
Sony
what?
Corporation.
Herman Hulst done.
They give me the my whole thing is they're giving me the fucking games I want, and Xbox isn't.
Wait a second. We're gonna go right to the goddamn letter, because somebody, I haven't seen anybody talk about the letter. Steven Totillo actually has the letter that they wrote.
Oh shit, here we go.
And I got the letter right goddamn here. Here it is. And I will highlight the things. Now just listen. I'm not reading the whole goddamn letter, but I'll put it up there.
Yeah.
But let me highlight the reason why there are concerns here. Now the thing is, I don't care. I just care that, you know what, I don't care if this deal goes through or not. All I know is that I think it's a waste of time. I think it's a deflection, because I think with all this bull that has to go with this, the gaming audience, us, the things that matter, the games, nothing's gonna change. And actually, I think it might even become complacent, like with what's his name was saying. Basically with what Link was saying, how everybody got complacent. Look at Hellblade and the distance between Hellblade 2, the pre-production for these games, State of Decay 3 after years. This is the thing. The problem that we have right here is that this.
Yes, I got a question.
Yeah,
I got a question for you. You and Link let's just take. We all know this is going on. Let's just take the whole Activision merger and everything. If I'm not mistaken, didn't they say Call of Duty's taking a whole complete year off? They're not making Call of Duty next year.
You need a Thrash. We're gonna go over this. We're gonna talk about the letter.
Thrash is in there. Get Thrash in here. Thrash can come in here.
So here we go. Ready? Activision Blizzard's. So this is the letter, right? Activision Blizzard's frat boy culture has become in light in the recent years as regulators investigated allegations of sexual misconduct and discrimination. Activision Blizzard have spoken about the experiences of the company, and in September 2021, Activision Blizzard agreed to pay $18 million to settle the allegations with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission over gender-based harassment and retaliation of the company. So, right? Investigation started in May 2020.
You said 18 million?
18 million to settle.
And how much are they getting bored for?
$70 billion. So now it says
nothing.
That sounds like
it's a slap on the wrist. But this is the thing, ready? Activision is facing a wide range of investigation from the Securities and Exchange Commission in its handle of sexual misconduct discriminate that several senior executives, including Bobby Kotick, that piece of horse shit, despite him knowing Internal documents and interviews released in November 2021 show that he was aware of these misconduct, included allegations, and failed to inform the board of directors of this. Wall Street Journal reported that in 2019, Mr. Kodak explicitly intervened on behalf of the employee accused of sexual harassment against recommendations of the Human Resource Department. Shit's going down, right? Shit's going down in the allegations. But this is where so Activision is a piece of trash. They got this frat boy mentality. The boss knew about it, but here it is. This one makes it even worse. So your Lord and Savior, Phil Ness, right? The proposed acquisition appears to be cynical and opportunistic attempt to capitalize off the systemic issues coming to light at Activision Blizzard. Just days after Microsoft head of Xbox Phil Spencer said Microsoft was evaluating all aspects of our relationship with Activision due to sexual misconduct at the company, Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella expressed interest in acquiring the company. While Microsoft capitalized on lower stock prices from the sexual misconduct disclosures, they also signaled that they were willing to prioritize profits over entrenched issues of gender-based discrimination in the organization. There you go. So if you hear that, it's cynical. Phil Spencer got us a whiff. Just give him a whiff. He got a whiff that Activision was struggling. They got a lot of shit. And then he walked his dirty ass over there with booty stinking up the place. And he went outside and grinded his, you know what goddamn emoji to use. You know what goddamn emoji to use. Goddamn John Cusack outside with the $70 billion check outside of the goddamn company. We'll save you, and you're getting a payday, Mr. Kodak. You're going to get a payday. We're just going to pay you, and we're going to squash this whole shit all because of goddamn Game Pass. That is why. And they said it's cynical and opportunistic. It's sleazy. It's bullshit. And it's exactly what we said it was, because we said he didn't give a shit about Activision. He didn't care about them. As soon as he got a whiff, just give him a whiff. He got a whiff of shit, and dirty ass Phil and Booty went right over there and said, hey, you know what? Stock's down. You're in a shithole. Here I am, John Cusack style, holding out the goddamn check.
Fucking rooftop parties.
Yeah. There you go. So you don't think that that's a caution? Now, I don't care if the deal gets blocked, and if it gets blocked, all I know is that this is a fucking waste of goddamn game of time. Because what is this going to get you? Next year, if this deal closes in 2023, then Phil could come out boasting with his award going, I'm putting Call of Duty 1, 2, 3, Black Ops 1, 2, 3, Modern Warfare 2, 3, all in Game Pass. And we're going to spread it out over the next 6 months. We'll be adding a new Call of Duty to Game Pass each month. That's what you're excited about. You excited about Call of Duty 2? Black Ops 1? Yo, what's up, Sick? How you doing? Black Ops 1? Black Ops 2 in Game Pass? Or you haven't played that already? It's for who?
I haven't played bullshit.
Who's playing that shit right now? Who's playing Call of Duty 2?
You, man, there's
you want Call of Duty 3? Is that what you're waiting for?
Delusional guys, man. Like I said, you arguing with a whole senator about some gaming shit. You're delusional.
It's
she's not even on some gaming stuff. She's talking about.
And like listen to the comments I see, I was like, yo, some of these guys might have to go see somebody and sit down and talk about where Microsoft touched them or where she touched them, because it's just like these guys, man, they talk about shit like that. You would really think that they work at this company and they know the ins and outs of this company. I don't know.
So then they go on in the letter, exactly, and then go on and they're saying that the employees have worked to bring highlight issues to light and advocate the changes. Right, over 1,500 Blizzard employees participated in a walkout in response to the Department of Fair Employment and Housing lawsuit, calling for greater pay, transparency, and audit of human resources. After Kodak's cover-up of widespread issues of the company was revealed in November 2021, that's when Phil went over there and bought them. Following Activision's layoffs of Raven software workers, Activision Blizzard employees mobilized to demand that every member of the QA team, including those terminated on Friday, must be offered full-time positions. Shortly after the layoffs, Activision and Raven software workers began striking. This was in January 2022. However, Microsoft's proposed acquisition could interfere with Raven Software workers' unionizing push, although Microsoft announced in March 2022 that it would not stand in the way if Activision Blizzard recognized the proposed union. This announcement appears to be a little more than lip service. It provides no assurances of Microsoft's promise and is so vague that it leaves multiple ways for Microsoft to undermine and unionize processes and its outcome. And the actions of both Activision and Microsoft throughout the merger process undermine the value of this late-in-the-game statement. And Activision already announced not to voluntarily recognize the union. And what they're trying to say is that because of this deal, all the stuff that Activision was in a shitstorm, right? Activision was about to get their dues, and Kodak was going to run. He was going to be held accountable for all this stuff. And what happened was, as Phil came in with his $69-70 billion check, and now has created diversion, has created uncertainty, has created this deal, and that is delaying the repercussions that were going to come to Kodak's face. And instead, they're going to just kind of squash this all, and maybe these employees are not going to get the things that they needed to get because Microsoft is now deflecting all the issues, all the turmoil that's going on there. This deal now seems to be manipulating that situation. That's the issue that they're speaking about. That there was shit coming down to Activision, and Phil came in with his golden umbrella and saved them for the sake of Game Pass. And they don't want this acquisition to deflect the shit that should be coming to those Activision employees and the shit that should be coming to Kodak and the shit that those people wanted. And they wanted Kodak out of the goddamn company. And this is saying that he's going to stay there until the deal gets done sometime next year and gets a huge payout. So there are going to be repercussions of this whole thing. But is it worth it in the end? Microsoft knew exactly what they were buying into. This wasn't a surprise.
No.
They knew this place had issues.
Dude, they went over there because of the issues to buy them. Because look at what they bought.
We're weakened.
In exile. I'm about to retire, but I guess I'm not. Thanks for buying me, Microsoft. Hey, well, let's go buy Bleeding Ass. Let's go buy goddamn, who else did they buy? Bethesda after Fallout 76. Not after Fallout 4, after Fallout 76. Hey, let's go buy Activision after they said about all these issues that they had. Well, we know exactly what we're buying into, and they probably thought Microsoft could win. This is exactly, they knew exactly what they're doing. They've been buying studios and companies that are on their tail end.
Yep.
And that's their strategy. Buy low.
Just to pack the game.
They're like waiting and pouncing on these.
They're goddamn
companies.
Hyenas. They're pouncing on just dead bodies that are just laying out there. Studios that have no direction. Studios that are about to close up shop, and they come in with Microsoft money and they try to be the friggin' the safety net for them. Like, that's the strategy. They're not buying them after they released a Returnal. They're not buying them after they dropped Spider-Man, and then Insomniac is like it's like, holy shit, they made Spider-Man the best superhero game. Let's buy him now. Returnal just released a big blockbuster game from a studio that was making little games. Let's buy them now. Like, Sony's buying studios when they're at their peak or approaching their peak or have potential and talent.
Or pushing them to the next level. I don't see Microsoft
pushing them
doing
to the next level. Microsoft's not doing that. Look what they said about Ninja Theory, dude. They said Ninja Theory, if they just make Hellblade 2 just like the scope and scale of Hellblade 1, like, we'll be happy with that. That doesn't sound like $1 trillion backup, though. But, yeah. Oh, the sickening. I didn't even see. I'm looking at the thing.
Yeah, it's all sick.
Oh, he came out?
I don't know if he came in the chat. I see him in the chat, but I don't know if he came in.
He was in the chat.
So, so like, this is the letter here, and you can see from the letter, like, it kind of states exactly the reason why this opportunistic merger and here it is. It is Microsoft's opportunistic merger proposal with Activision during its crisis over weak worker protections and its own history with workers also presenting alarming signs for how Microsoft would treat Activision Blizzard employees. In 2014, 38 of Microsoft's temporary workers in quality assurance successfully formed a union, only to see the company eliminate all of their jobs 2 years later. Following a mass termination constituted, and it says, in addition, the proposed merger has already impeded unionizing efforts and undermined workers, calls for accountability. 1,800 Activisions wanted Kodak out. But it's just the sleaziness of this whole situation. Like, they knew Activision was in a shithole, and that's the reason why they bought them. That's the reason why they were interested in them, because they figured they could get them for cheaper than what they were. And, you know, it was the worst Call of Duty performing one, and then basically they're like, we could do this. It's sleazy. It was sleazy, and it just shows where their mentality is. Are they really acquiring talent? Or they're working themselves into these waste of time deals? Like, this is the thing for me. Like, this is going to take a year or so minimum to kind of rear its ugly head. And, you know, there might be, you know, provisions that they're going to have to do to like, you know, get Kodak out or to do all this other stuff. And it's all just seems to be a waste of friggin' time. They're making Call of Duty multi-plat. Like, what is, and what, to put old Call of Duty games in Game Pass? And this is the other point I'm going to make about this thing. I'm going to tell you right now, I've been through mergers and acquisitions. And you want to know what happens during a merger and acquisition talk? You know what's happening right now at Activision right now? Absolutely nothing.
There you go.
It's a goddamn stalemate. Employees are staring at them just to get by to see what happens to their job when this deal gets done. They are not rebooting Crash Bandicoot right now. They're not looking at their Activision IP and being inspired to make a new game. All they're doing right now is saying, all hands on deck, get Call of Duty out this year, and stand by.
And we'll see where we go from that.
There is absolutely nothing going on there. So by the time Microsoft walks in and going, you know what, we got this IP, you know, they're going to start working on a new Crash and a new this, and Josh Ayers says it too. People leave. So by the time this deal is done, for us gamers, the thing that it matters the most, the games, they're going to be pre-production 4 years from now. It takes time. You'll hear that next year about Activision. Even when next year, they even told you right now they're not releasing a Call of Duty next year. You will not. There's the start. I told you. They are doing absolutely nothing right now. So the longer this bullshit goes on, the longer before even any development in any potential game even gets started. Which you're not talking about a new Activision game, new IP. They're saying, look at all this IP. They show me all those fan charts and bullshit on there because they work for Microsoft, apparently. They show all these, like, charts. What's his name? Is Cobrel spending more time in PowerPoint than in gaming? Making, oh, look at all these games and IPs they have. Dude, by the time they even friggin' get to it, dude, like, you're going to be talking about a friggin' 6 years from now. Because those studios right now, all that shit that Activision has, they're doing nothing. They're just sitting there watching all this shit go down. And the more legality to it, the more bullshit that goes on, whether this goes through or not, that's more time that games are not getting made.
You know, I hope it does actually go through. And the reason I say that is because I think if it doesn't go through, I think it hurts Activision worse.
Oh, of course.
I think if it doesn't go through, then you're just going to see a super decline of not Activision games, but just their profit. Yeah. I think you will.
And I'm just saying, like, these purchases, Frog, right? These big publishers that they're buying. The whole point of this was to bring games to Game Pass, right? Bring games to gamers. And this just seems to cause a stalemate in bringing games. Like, buying Activision is not going to give you any games any faster. Like, you would think, like, hey, let's buy a studio that's about to release a game. Like, I think the best deal that they made was probably Obsidian. Because they came out with a game that they could put right in Game Pass with Outer Worlds, which was pretty decent, and was able to kind of linger on, I guess, and have some games in production. But I think Obsidian is probably the better get that they got, because they actually had something to show immediately.
Yeah, I agree. I think that was a good
out of all of them. I think Obsidian is probably the best one out of them. I think Bethesda, I'm still like, even Bethesda had 2 brand new games come out that didn't even hit the Xbox. So them spending $70 billion on Bethesda and Bethesda 2 years ago. That was 2 years ago news. They bought Bethesda 2 years ago. And you're not going to see the benefits of that until possibly November of 2022. So buying Bethesda didn't get you games any sooner. They put games on PlayStation for the last year and a half before they even come to your platform. So are these good deals? Are these deals giving you games? No. And then your studios that you bought in 2018 are not bringing you games either. So I don't get it. But yeah, Obsidian had the work done. Caleb Kaiser with the $10. He goes, older Call of Duty games in Game Pass is not going to move the needle people are going to play those older Call of Duties for about a week or nostalgia purposes and then drop it because they have already played them. Amen to that. Thank you, Khalid. Yeah, exactly. Those games are not going to get people in Game Pass. Hell, if Starfield's going to get people in Game Pass, because we said it before. If you want to play Starfield, you're dying to play it, you're going to just buy it. If you're hyped up for Starfield, like, how can you be like, I'm so hyped for this game, but I'm not buying it?
You know, another thing I don't think they put newer Call of Duty games in Game Pass because it makes so much money. Like, wouldn't it be stupid? I don't know. To me, wouldn't it be stupid? I don't think you grow Game. I don't think Game Pass
there's more Call of Duty games in PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now than there are on Xbox Game Pass.
Wait, say that again.
There are more Call of Duty games in PS Now and PlayStation Plus than there are in Game Pass.
Oh, of course. Yeah. I think that if I'm not mistaken, when it's all said and done, when the service comes out, it's supposed to be over 1,000, close to 1,000 games. Close to 1,000.
There is Black Ops 2 that they announced at E3 that went into PlayStation Plus and was given for free. There's Call of Duty Zombies multi-pack that's in PlayStation Now. That's right. There is Modern Warfare Remake 1, Modern Warfare Remake 2 in they were given on PS Plus. There are more Call of Duty games. There are more Call of Duty games than any of the services. I got to go on my PlayStation right now and check.
Shout out to the almost 200
there are,
people
and that is a fact.
Holy shit. Shout out to the almost 200 people watching us. You're doing it. If you can hit the like, thumbs up, or if you don't hit it, hey, dislike, whatever. But just the fact that you're here,
they don't dislike the Grindhouse. No, there's no dislikes here. Here we go. I'm gonna get some likes right now.
There we go. Like Microsoft says, engagement is engagement.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh yeah.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate. Activate.
Oh yeah, baby. And Phil Spencer.
I'm trying to use the phone.
So, speaking about PlayStation Plus, but you can guarantee right now, Sony didn't have to buy Activision for $70 billion to get Call of Duty games in PlayStation Plus or in PlayStation Now. You know, PlayStation Now has 3 million people, 2 million sad souls, I guess we were called. But we still had a Call of Duty game in PlayStation Now without $70 billion acquisitions that take over a year and a half. That's what I'm talking about, Grinders. And who are you with the emojis? That's what I'm talking about. For gamers, for you, for us, for the consumer, what matters? The games. And all this fluff, this Phil Spencer ball fluffing, this Xbox ball fluffing, this defense is not getting any games there anytime soon. For a service that demands your $15 a month, they are real easy to say we're sorry. You want to know what they call? I might even have a new, with 200 people here, I'm going to say, we're going to have the new Xbox Airlines, because that's exactly what they sound like. Xbox Airlines. You know that kind of bullshit when you go to the airlines and go, I don't have a voice changer here, but they go, hello. Sorry, everybody. It is going to be another 2 hours before you can get on your flight today. We thank you for your patience. We're sorry. There'll be about 2 hour delay today. What are you going to do? You can't do anything. Then they get you on the plane and go,
you're my number one customer.
We are number 30 for takeoff right now. It will be about another hour before we get into the air. Hopefully, if you have a connection, you can make it there. Again, we apologize for the inconvenience, but appreciate your patience and give us time to get through this situation. It's a very busy day, and there's a front coming in that is really making the planes go this. We're sorry again. We'll learn from this. We apologize, but please be seated as we sit on the goddamn runway. And here we go. Now you're in the plane. It looks like, I remember this bullshit. You land, and it's like, sorry, everybody. This is the captain speaking. There is another plane at our gate right now. We have to wait here. Sorry about any connecting flights. good luck running your fucking ass off to try to get to gate C, because we are sitting right here now, but there's another plane in there and we can't leave. But we apologize and we appreciate your patience. We'll learn from this. Maybe next time we'll use a different gate. But right now, we just apologize. Please sit down. Don't get excited. We'll walk around with another water. We'll give you another water. You wanted one water. We'll give you another one. And then, please, we're sorry again. We apologize and thank you for your patience. Xbox Goddamn Airlines. That's all they do. We're sorry. We heard you. We're going to learn from this. Pre-production. Check out these boots. Check out this refrigerator. Hey, check out my donuts. All deflections. We apologize. We're sorry. What can you do? But thank you for paying $400 fucking for a goddamn airline ticket that was overpriced and we forgot your fucking luggage. Thank you again for spending your money on this shithole Xbox Airlines. Thank you again. Please sit in your seats right now. Please don't get excited. There's nothing to get excited about. Wait to E3. We'll be at the next. Oh fuck! There's no E3s anymore. Wait till whenever the fuck.
Oh no! Forgot about. I heard somebody this week say on the podcast. Wait to E3. They didn't even know E3. I was
they're so fucking delusional right now. They didn't realize that fucking E3 is canceled. They're like, holy shit, we can't even say wait to E3 anymore.
Dude, sorry about all the cocksuckers, but I just.
Wait, the game. Let me read the super chat, and then we'll get into the services. The Game Night 123 goes. I'm excited for Wolverine, not the boots, but I'll wait until Sony puts it in PlayStation Plus. Looking forward to it in 2030 to play it on PS Plus, not day one. Exactly, Game Night. That's what I hear. I'm so excited for Starfield. Can't wait to not buy it.
Oh man. I know we're about to go into these next two topics.
Somebody was barbecuing. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Nobody got time for that. We don't have time for waiting forever. We want to play our games now. We bought a console now. This is going to be the Series XXX with a Phil Dildo included. That's the time you maybe see gameplay. There you go. Wait until when they said no E3, I was like, wait until forever from like the friggin' Sandlot when the guy's like, forever. So
when you get a box with a hole in it, you're like, what is this? That's the glory hole.
They love the box. That's why they made such a great packaging.
Everybody who buys an Xbox console, you have a pre-cut hole on your Xbox box.
The packaging,
you don't notice on the side of on the Series X, there's a hole on the back of it. It's already pre-cut. Just push your fingers, push through it. Free hole, glory hole. Right.
Oh damn.
Just sit in your bathroom every time you go to the bathroom so you can remind yourself what's going on.
Dude, they love they love their packaging. They made that package so wonderful. They got it's a perfect box for the Phil Spencer glory hole dildo attachment in the Xbox XXX. But now we got Sony doing the Streamlined PlayStation Plus.
Oh shit! Here we go. This is what I've been waiting for.
The friggin'
cocksuckers.
Oh my god! All of a sudden,
let me.
Go on your rant. I'll get the article.
Let me tell you.
Hit that like button, grinders.
I saw from the time this was announced until this weekend, especially this weekend, so many cocksuckers and cocksuckettes, so many fucking clowns and clownettes. I saw so many people. Look, number one, PlayStation is not trying to compete with Game Pass at all. At all. But apparently, Xbox people who primarily play on Xbox, especially the guys who consider themselves to be the elite gamers, they seem to think that this is the competition with Game Pass. It's not. This is something that I think they just said, hey, we got PS Now, we got PS Plus. We can find PlayStation Plus. Let's find a way to take this service and put them together. Most people will just keep their $59 a year service, or they'll maybe jump to say, hey, I get PS4 and PS5 games, or maybe they'll jump to that $120, which is $60 more if you're paying for it, and you get PSP, PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, PS5 games, and not to mention a whole plethora of bunch of stuff. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you these are my goods and bads of this service, right? For me, I'm going to be honest with you, it doesn't matter. I still own my PS3. I still have a shitload of games I can play on my original PS2 if I want to. But I think that console's come and gone, and so it's there, right? I do own my PS1. My PS2 is at my mother's house from way back when. I gave it, sit in her basement. So my whole thing is, if I wanted to play some of these games, I could play them. I think the service is for a small audience. I think that most people would just go with that $59 a year. And let's be honest with you, with everybody. I keep hearing people who fanboy on for Xbox talk about, oh, it's shit compared to Game Pass because of day and date. You guys want everybody to lose. You guys are like, if we're losing, everybody has to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Do you realize that day and date, when Herman made his thing, he said, hey, we're not putting day and date games in there. It wouldn't make sense. We would lose so much money. I heard cocksucking podcast and clown ass podcast on Sunday talk about, they think their games are worth $70. They motherfucking are. They're good. You only wish. And I wish that your games are worth $70. But there again, when you got people that are bald-headed, collecting statues on a certain podcast that are talking about, Dollar Bill Phil freaking, things and Phil Stradamus things, what can you expect from these people, man? They want failure just as much as the console they play on has failure. They see their failing where they play, so they want everything to fail. They want everything to burn. The bottom line is this is not really for Game Pass competition. This is just a way to Sony say, hey, at any time we want to put that switch, and let's just say they want to put games in there day one, it's fucking over for Game Pass. Let's be real about this. That's what you really need to see. If they decide to do that, it's over for Game Pass as far as quality. It's already over for Game Pass as far as content. So PlayStation clearly has more games than Game Pass. And here's the fucked up thing about it. This is what I keep saying. It boggles my mind. People keep harping on, oh man, there's 350 PlayStation 3 games I gotta stream. But you motherfuckers on Xbox Champion xCloud. That's in your premium service.
I saw that.
What the fuck? Yeah. I don't get it. Like, are you guys delusional or what? You guys will champion on xCloud, but now you hate that you got to stream PS3 games on fucking on a
they'll
PS4.
play on kayaks. Frog. They'll play on kayak, showing a kayak, showing with the Cat 5 cable jammed up their ass, going, look at streaming, it works with my Rikishi controller.
Here's the thing, Jazz.
But you got to stream PS3 games. They're like, oh, that's trash.
I heard somebody say this, and it boggled my mind. It was like, well, it's still not cheaper than Game Pass. Well, yeah, if you do monthly subscription, technically it's not cheaper.
Oh, it's not. It's not.
Hold on, but yearly, which Microsoft doesn't have a yearly fee. Yearly, you're paying more for Game Pass with less quality games. I don't fucking get how these cocksuckers sit here and think, number one, that PlayStation is in any way trying to compete with Game Pass. Game Pass is not fucking successful. Game Pass games.
It's not.
I heard a guy. Look. I heard somebody on a podcast this weekend say, they actually said, and before I even knew what console they played on, they said, the quality of games is not measured by, if the game goes in Game Pass, because it doesn't matter if and I was listening to them talk about the budget and quality, and I was like, I bet you this guy plays on Xbox or PC. That's what I was thinking. And then somebody later in the podcast said, hey, what's your primary console of choice? And he said, oh, I primarily play on Xbox. I said, oh, go fucking figure. That's why. So
yeah, they diminish the game. And they talk about everything but the game isn't fun. But Frank, I want to break it down.
Jeff, one thing I'll let you go. What made it even crazier is I went and looked at this man's profile on both consoles he said he owned, and I play way more fucking games than him. I don't play on Xbox at all really that much, and I got more achievements than him. This fucking cocksucker doesn't even play games. So why the fuck are you on a gaming podcast? See what I'm saying? Man. You get delusional cocksuckers on there just speaking shit they don't even know. I can't get this community of people who don't fucking want to buy games, but you want everybody to do what Microsoft is doing. Fail with us. Get the fuck out of here. How are you not playing games? How are you so delusional? You want everybody to fucking fail like you're failing. That's not how the industry is run. And I just don't get it. This is not a competition to Game Pass, number one. Number two, even if it was, it still does a better job of what Game Pass is trying to do. Get the fuck out of here. And you can download every game with the exception of PS3 games. I don't fucking get this.
There's way more high quality games in that service. If you wanted the service, I don't even care about services. But
I don't fucking get these cocksuckers. There's some cocksuckers, but there's mostly cocksuckers and clowns. These clownettes and cocksuckers, I don't get these guys, man. You sitting here arguing about it. You want everybody to feel like you want. Get the fuck out of here, man. And then you go check their fucking trophies and achievements. And I'm like, yo, I don't play on Xbox and I got way more achievements than you. What the fuck are you speaking on this topic? Fucking play some games, bitch.
They don't play. I mean, but on Game Pass, it's like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but they're not really.
Dude, man, half the people that talk about this shit, I'm checking their trophies and achievements.
Oh,
they don't fucking play games, dude. Now I primarily play on PlayStation. My profile is not blocked. This guy sat there in a whole rant about why it's the service is so bad. And I was like, and then he happened to put his profile. I was like, let me go check this. Let me this motherfucker. I don't play on Xbox, and I got more fucking achievements than you. Cocksucker, shut up. Go play some games. What's up, Thrash? I'm done.
What's up? I had to do the sirens, dude. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, laughing. I'm looking at my phone like,
Frog wasn't broke. A bunch of people speak his goddamn phones. Holy shit. Frog, wow. He said he was going to be freaking crazy. Yo, Frog, what I'm going to say is don't watch shit on the weekends.
Don't watch none of those podcasts on the weekend.
Stay off YouTube on the weekend. Frog. Don't watch
clown.
No,
what's up, Thrash? How you doing, man?
From the morning to that, and it's sad because I even mentioned to one of the hosts, I said, you need to vet some of these people you're inviting on, because this dude, he told on himself. He don't play games, but he got a whole conversation about this motherfucker don't play games. He got a whole bronze on his PlayStation, and I don't play on Xbox, and I probably got 20,000 more achievements than he do. This motherfucker don't play games. Why are he talking on the subject? Get this fucking clown off of here. I'm so sick and tired of people who claim their game and Xbox their primary platform, but you collecting fucking statues and shaving your bald head. Oh my God, bro, my face. I don't want to hear that shit no more. Go play some fucking games. I'm done.
Holy shit. Woof.
Yo.
There we go, Frog. Grind those gears, baby. All right. Thrash, what's up, man? We're on the service bullshit, but Thrash knows the battle. He knows. He goes out there. He gets them out there. I saw Thrash posting out some tweets going, this year,
and that's why I respect Thrash and I respect Sick Humor, because they expose now these cocksuckers out here that say that shit. And I sit there and listen to them. I'm like, yo, they're exposing people left and right. But the fact of the matter is, that's why I said I can respect Rand, because that motherfucker plays games. So when he brings an opinion to the table of the place he plays, which he has good and bad takes, but he will tell you straight up, yo, there's some bad shit going on over there. These guys there's some guys that don't fucking play games, and they want to tell you, oh man, because you're a fucking cocksucking fanboy? Get the fuck out of here. Go play some fucking games.
Thanks. Hey, big facts, bro.
Yeah, man, it's true. It's crazy, man. It is and that's why you see them all go defending going after the senators, and it's like they work there at the goddamn company. Like, you're disrespecting their home. And it's just like
that shit is delusional.
Come on, man.
It's all about making they need Sony. They needed Sony to do day and date to validate Game Pass. Mm-hmm. To make Game Pass feel like it was something that Sony needed to compete with. And since Sony didn't do that, it takes away from the strength they felt that Game Pass had. Because at the end of the day, the console is in last place.
Yeah.
And we've been saying it for a while. I mean, he's sick. Anybody around, anybody with the fucking symbiance of a thought was saying that Sony is not going to compete with a company that is in last place. There's no reason to.
Thank you.
No, they're not.
Games Day and Date has shown that it has fucked Xbox because people don't care about even buying third-party games now.
Yes,
there you go.
You know, they're waiting for these games, and Microsoft is at this point, to me, is purposely making them wait. Purposely not putting in. How many of their games did we have to hear that we thought were already in production, in pre-production right now? Like Hellblade was announced with the Xbox Series X like it was a launch game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And 2 years later, we find out that it's in pre-production. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
fucking sad.
It's like this is supposed to be $1 trillion company, and people talk about the money and how they're throwing it around, and I'm like, you guys don't understand who's throwing around what. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That Activision deal was bought by Microsoft, has nothing to do with Xbox itself, and niggas don't realize that shit. Yeah, the games are going to come to Xbox. I know they ain't gonna come to Game Pass because it just wouldn't make sense to take your golden goose and rip its fucking feathers off. Like I've been saying day one about it being on PlayStation and not ever leaving PlayStation, because you don't take something that makes money to then remove money for you who is already buying it full price, $70 without a single thing. You know what I'm saying? Yearly, every year, the game comes out good or bad, and it still sits atop the top 5 or if not number 1 position on every console. So I don't want, like, they're not gonna say why would it wouldn't make if they did that, somebody needs to be fired. Somebody's doing something incorrectly, because you're telling me that Call of Duty is going to be more valuable than all the other first-party games.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right. And I mean, look at this. And I said this earlier. Hellblade came out in 2017. So did Horizon Zero Dawn. We've already gotten a sequel to that game, and we don't know when the next Hellblade is coming. I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, and all the studios are in disarray. And like you were saying, Thrash, about like even like these games in pre-production. Remember when Halo got delayed a year? They said it was just for polish.
They're still collecting these Game Pass subscriptions from people without giving them any games.
Yeah.
And you know something else?
There's more money in the delay for them. If their games come day and date the Game Pass, it automatically makes it to where there's more money in the delay than to put it out. Because people are going to be waiting to put it out, paying for Game Pass because they're waiting for these day and date games
for them.
Like, and when they come out, they don't even got to be good anymore.
Yeah, they don't even market them. They don't need to do anything really to them. Like that's why they stealth drop them. The Tunic guy was like 2 weeks ago before it released. Oh, we're not a Game Pass game, and then he releases in Game Pass stealth launch.
Exactly.
Like,
you know why that happened? You know why that happened?
Go ahead, Trey.
I know why it happened. I'll tell you exactly what's going on. I mean, I said it a while ago. It's these developers are starting to realize how much money they can get from Microsoft and how they need to demand.
There you go.
Yeah.
And Microsoft more money to have their games on
Big Daddy Wallbucks.
Yeah, I mean that's why the people who did the people can fly who did that was the Outriders game while they were complaining. It's because when they were making that game and they're published by Square, they didn't include Game Pass in the contract. So Square got 100% of the Game Pass money, and People Can Fly didn't get any of it.
Exactly.
Their contract is on units. So now these companies are savvy to this shit. Now they're like, look, if you put this shit on a service, we want this cut. So now publishers are going to have to ask Microsoft for more money if they want to make more money for being in the service.
And that's why I don't mean to cut you off, Thrash. I was going to say, I don't think people realize how bad it is. You don't want a subscription service on PlayStation like a Game Pass. It will fuck gaming up. It will fuck gaming up.
Not if you like video games.
Right.
Yeah, if you like games, no, you don't want that. Here's
the other thing. I asked a lot of people this. They were talking about. Oh, you got to stream all these PS3 games. I was like, why is nobody complaining that you got to do the same thing on Switch? Switch don't let you download none of their NES, Super NES games. You got to. Why is nobody fucking? You know why it is? Because they want to be cocksucking fanboys. Instead of worrying about how to make gaming better, they like, well, Microsoft is doing this, so Sony needs to do the same thing. No, they fucking don't. Because they got quality. Your shit isn't selling for a reason.
Yeah.
Because you're getting shit like Halo Infinite free to play with all these fucking cat ears at $30 and all this bullshit. Why am I playing for $50 in fucking Flight Simulator? You shouldn't want this. It will make gaming worse. You don't want subscription services on your console. It will make gaming.
There's no way. It doesn't make sense. If you look at the amount of money they're making selling the game versus putting it in the service without having the install base in that service, like it doesn't make any financial sense.
Yo, I heard a guy.
Selling games.
Frog, before you say you heard a guy, before you mentioned another cocksucker, True Virgil with the $1.99 goes, best podcast ever, Frogs for President.
Yo, I'm be honest with you. I heard a guy this weekend
This
sit there on the
weekend was
podcast,
lit.
right?
Frog, stay off the internet on the
this
weekend.
Man said,
You're off this
Sony
weekend.
will eventually have to go.
You're off.
He said Sony will eventually have to go day and date. They'll have no choice because Microsoft will push them that way. And I was like, what delusional world are you sitting in and living in? Like, if Sony goes day and date, then Sony becomes a publisher. Sony can't afford to do that with the PlayStation. I don't think people really understand. You got $1 trillion company back in Xbox, and Sony and Nintendo can't do this. They're $1 billion. They can't afford to do what the loser is doing. Number one. Number two, the quality of the product they make, because he said they don't deserve to be $10 more. Why are you constantly sucking fucking Phil Spencer's cock and balls on your throat? Get the fuck out of here with that. The quality doesn't deserve $10 more. We've been paying $59 since the fucking 360 era. Like, we've been paying. Like, I don't get these guys, man.
Bro, I said this on Salty's podcast, right? Bro, I said this on Salty's podcast.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
This is the thing, and I'll ask you guys this. Now I got the grinders in here. This is the thing. If Sony came out on Monday, and here I got had the PlayStation Plus thing on here, you can read it and stuff like that. But if Sony came out on Monday and was like, okay, guys, you know what? We're going to follow exactly what Microsoft is doing. So guess what? God of War Ragnarok, Spider-Man 2, all the games that were released, Returnal, Last of Us 2, and The Last of Us 3 that's going to come out. Oh, and Ghost of Tsushima, and Ghost of Tsushima 2. And let's just talk about the games that we have. And Final Fantasy 16, and Forspoken. And they just go down the list of games. Wolverine is going to come out. Oh, and Knights of the Old Republic. Every one of the games that we just announced are going to be coming day one. If they came out on Monday and said that, because that's what all these Xbox fans want. They want Sony to come out and say that. Does that make Xbox Game Pass any better at all? I argue it makes it worse.
No, what it does is
it makes it worse.
Because those clowns that are on Xbox are saying, fuck Xbox, I'm going to PlayStation. I will subscribe to their service. That's what happens.
Like, if they came out, Frog, and said all those games that we've seen, before even talking about prices and stuff. But the thing is like, if they came out and said all those games that are coming out. Now, this is before we're going to say what service games could happen and what happens to them. But if these games come out as is, and they just list the games that we know about, Spider-Man 2, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Gran Turismo 7, Final Fantasy 16, Forspoken, all of those games are going to be in PS Plus day one, starting right now. And Xbox fans, what? They go on Twitter and they go, we told you day one. Dude, that's all you want to do? That's what you want to do? Get the lotion, get a couple of rubs out, and you're done for the day. Because guess what? Xbox is fucking done. Either way, they're still irrelevant because they don't have the fucking games. It doesn't matter. Sony will make them irrelevant over fucking night if they did day one games.
You hear what you're saying?
I don't know. I don't know.
They don't have the games. That's what you said, right? They don't have the games.
You gotta get the
and you know what everybody's complaining about? There's no day. Well, Microsoft has day one games, first party games in their service, and Sony doesn't. I'm like, what fucking day one games?
What day one? Halo. When's the next one?
Games. Come on, man.
I don't know if people realize this, but these services, I hate to compare it to something like Disney Plus that has over 100 million subscribers, is still losing money. They're not profitable.
Yes, they're not profitable.
They're not profitable. Who is trying to throw away their profits to chase a company that's telling you that the services they have, which Microsoft has said, is not making any money? It doesn't make any sense.
Jim Ryan said, and I'm glad he came out and was like, right now we're not doing this. And let me tell you this: go through this thing. I think they will make a first-party game or so and put it in PlayStation Plus.
Oh, yes.
I think there will be a game that's built for the service that they will put in the service. And that's fine. They're not coming
like something like Destruction All-Stars or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like Destruction All-Stars. Like maybe the multiplayer game for Last of Us. I don't know, but they might do something.
The Predator was a good game.
Maybe Haven Studios game. But they're going to put it. But my point is that they're going to make a game that fits the model that it's going to be released in. Microsoft does not do that. Instead, they are forcing games that were traditional, regular games that you would buy and putting them all in a subscription. And I think that's why all these games are in pre-production and stuff. Because remember what happened since 2017, 2018. The pivot from Microsoft to go from a regular traditional console release to Game Pass, and Game Pass became the focus. And a lot of these games I bet were being made were not in the mind of Game Pass. It's like, you know what? Let's turn this into a service. Let's make this episodic. Let's make this a season pass. Let's split the multiplayer out. They've been doing this shit because of their mindset of going, everything needs to be a service. And not only that, but they had the service, but they didn't have the content. So they had to say, oops, we got to go buy some. Let's go buy these indie studios, these little studios. Oh, you know what? That's not big enough. That's not moving any needles. The effect of that has worn off. Let's go buy a big publisher that's on autopilot because it's hard to manage these studios. Booty's ass cheeks are chapped up the ass. His sugar's depleting. He's running out of half and half. He cannot serve all these goddamn coffees. Booty can't run these studios. Well, we got to just go buy an autopilot. Get that publisher, Bethesda. They just know how to make games. Let's go buy Activision.
Let me ask a question for you real quick. Do you think that an extra $60 a year is beneficial for what they're offering? Extra $60 for 400 catalogs of most enjoyable PS4 games and some PS5s, and then that 340 PS3. Do you think that's the value is worth what you're paying?
So to this thing right here.
Because I heard some people saying this weekend that shit was not worth it. And I was like, yo, that's way more and better quality than Game Pass. How is that not worth? Well, for me personally, I own a shitload of games, so it doesn't benefit me. And I definitely agree that your fucking cloud stuff should be free. You shouldn't have to put that in the service tier. I think Sony's fucked up for doing that. But on the flip side of it, $60 for 400 PS4 and PS5, 240 for PS3. And then here's the thing people aren't thinking about. The only games you have to stream are PS3 games. The PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and PSP games are natively downloaded because they have a lot of them in the store right now. So I would expect, this is just me, when those PS1, PS2, PSP games that are coming out, you're gonna be able to buy those natively. Because
we need to see more about it, though. We need to see more about it.
Yeah, you are. They're downloadable. But I thought of something deeper than that, though.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? I had a different thought. I'm thinking that we're going to hear about PSP2. And I think they're going to call it PSP2. That's why those PSP games are on there. That's why those old school games are on there.
Another portable console?
That shit would be crazy.
That's what I think. I think that something like that is going to happen. There was already a patent about. There's some new dev kits that went out that people say they think it's PSVR. PSVR 2 is what they think it is.
Yeah,
but it could well be PSP 2. Looking at the service and how they're really ushering it in real fast. Like right now, you can't even get PS Now. You can only get like 1 month of PS Now.
You only get 1 month.
Yeah, they took away the year. Yeah. People trying to stack it.
You can't get 3 months. You can't go to Amazon, find them nothing. So, or at least I could
for retail.
So, yeah. So you gotta So they're really ushering it in and ushering it in fast.
And they also said there's more to come too.
PSP games, and I'm looking. I'm like, why don't they got Vita games? And I think they don't got Vita games.
Yeah.
Because Vita games would be backwards compatible with PSP 2. Like you can't get the PSP had the little discs, so they're not going to do that.
Yeah,
but maybe they're
UMDs
for Vita games for the PSP 2. That's what I'm thinking.
That would be interesting.
And then they'll slowly put that in, and that service will work across your P. Just like the Vita did. The service worked across the Vita, and imagine, think about it like this too. There was a lot of games that you got with PS Plus that included Vita. Vita was included for the first one.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes, when they first came out, PS Plus, you're right. It was Vita and PS3.
I got a lot of Vita
NTVs
games.
had it too.
There was a lot of that. So I believe that they're already taking that into account, and they are going to have it to where, of course, PS Plus and all that's going to be on the PSP 2, but now they added the PSP games and all of that shit in the service, or you can get it in the service, or you can download it directly to the shit.
You know what's interesting?
You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, I don't see what it is. That's just my theory.
Yeah, you know what's interesting though? I thought it's interesting that they didn't include cell phones into the streaming thing, like kind of thinking, because I was thinking like, hey, I know Phil does the strap-ons with the goddamn cell phones and stuff, but like
Mm-hmm.
if you're gonna put PSP games and PlayStation 1 games, like why wouldn't you just open it up? You could already stream to your Sony Xperia. Like that's the only place where you could stream. Well, they took off PS Now of all those things, but like why wouldn't you just put PS Now app on all of the phones, and just have it that way and just do your streaming like that? But if you have a portable device, maybe that's why they're holding off on the phones.
Maybe that's what the hold is. Yeah,
Maybe
is because they're working on another. And I think they're gonna call it PSP too. I really do. I think they're gonna skip out on the Vita. The Vita had too much of a bad name behind it as far as the memory cards. It's not a bad mantra behind it, but PSP is always legendary. And
they sold a lot of those damn things.
Yeah, it's crazy to announce that, but not announce it's just for the Vita. It's weird to skip the Vita's library, seeing that they already had trophies and all that good shit. It's weird to skip out on that, but then bring PSP. But it would make sense if they have a handheld coming.
It means
that's how.
One of the things with this whole thing, I was nervous when we talked about on Monday was that they were gonna use this as a way to increase the price and not offer the yearly subscriptions. I think that's what I thought. I was like, oh man, this is gonna be their way of kind of making us pay more for less. And actually, they held their pricing, and they have those year subscriptions, and those years are pretty great deals if you're interested in them. Right now, for me, I'm in between the PS Plus Extra and the Premium, but I'm already have it for another year or so. But if it comes to the time to see what the Premium is, like I really want to see what these classic games are. My thing was when I looked at this, were they just taking what's already there and splitting it up? Because he did mention games that are going into this PS Plus Extra and Premium that are not in PS Now at all, which is Returnal. Mortal Kombat's in there. Returnal. He said, what else? Did he say Ratchet and Clank or no? He
I don't know if he said
a couple
Ratchet
of games that are not.
There's a couple of big first party games.
That are not there, and he said that they'll be in there. So that is definitely different. And also, too, like, what's the library of the PlayStation, PS2, and PSP games that are going to be in there? That will be kind of interesting because it's less. Because right now, I think if you add them both up, that's like 740. I think there's more games right now on PS Now than 740 games. I think it's close to like 900 or so, like 850.
Yeah, it's close to 1,000.
It's 1,000 something. Yeah, it's been 1,000.
So it is less. I'm just wondering if they're better curated and maybe better games and maybe get some of the fluff out. So I really want to see what the lineup is to determine whether the extra premium. But if you look at it, we're talking about against Game Pass. If you look at the middle one right here is $15 a month. That's the same as Game Pass Ultimate. Now, you're going to get 400 games on PS4 and PS5. Now, PS5 games are not in PS Now right now. So you're going to get PS5 games, PS4 games, in addition to the 2 games that you're going to get with the Essential Pack. So you get 2 of those. That's your games with gold or your 2 games there. But then you're getting 400 games of PS4 and PS5, which is almost equivalent, which is actually more than what Game Pass is. So for
now, what's Game Pass monthly?
What
is Game Pass monthly?
$15. Well, this is the problem that Microsoft has, and this is going to get into the last thing. $10 for Game Pass, and this is why this should force Microsoft to streamline their shit because their shit's all over the place.
Yep.
You could get Xbox Game Pass for $10 a month on Xbox Game Pass and on PC Game Pass. That will just be for those devices, for just Xbox for $10 a month. The problem is that you cannot play any multiplayer games for $10 a month. Sea of Thieves is dead, both figuratively and without Xbox Live. You cannot play Sea of Thieves if you don't get Game Pass Ultimate. If you just pay $10 for Game Pass on Xbox, you do not get to play online. So none of those online-only games, none of those onlines work. You need to jack up to the Xbox Ultimate or pay for Live and Game Pass separately, $5 a month and $10 a month, which you're paying $15 anyway. You might as well get Ultimate. Ultimate then gives you PC games and gives you streaming to the cloud. So Ultimate, they're pushing you to the $15 a month. Sony here did not do that. They say you want to stay on $60 a year, $10 a month, and just do what you're doing. Like shout out to Thrash, do what you do, then you're good. $60, stay where you are. If you want that kind of Game Pass feel and get more games in Game Pass, both PS4, PS5 games, and you're going to get the 2 games that we give in the base one. There's your $15 a month. If you want to go the classic route and get all the legacy PlayStation games and, you know, stream the PS3 games and get time-limited game trials, which they could put, I think they should put that for all of them. But they're putting it under the premium one. And you know what? You pay $20 more a year, and you'll get access to our classic library.
You know what I don't hear people talking about? And it boggles my mind why you don't hear people talking about this. Because it goes back to the whole PS3 streaming games. Dude, the quality of the PS3 streaming games is the same as the Xbox quality. It's the same damn quality. It's the same quality. I played the Xbox streaming games and the PS3. It's the same damn quality. So when they try to say, oh, the quality is up in the store, it's the same fucking quality. When you stream a PS3 game, it'd be just like if you're streaming off your Xbox xCloud. It's the same quality. So I don't understand where the freaking, oh my gosh, I can't natively. And here's the other thing. There's 340 PS3 games on there. Let's be real. How many of those games are true bangers? True bangers that you actually want to... Probably not a lot of them. Because I'm going to tell you what. There's a lot of fucking games on Xboxes and Game Passes. There's pure bullshit. It's bullshit.
I think it's another thing y'all missing too that kind of hurts Game Pass. It just everything's going over people's heads, man. I gotta make a video on this. But another important thing will be the game trials. They're not demos. They're trials.
The trials, like
and if you buy the game, you get all your trophies and everything you got.
Hold on. But get this, what y'all niggas not understanding is trials will be day and date with games like Spider-Man. Games like So it's not a demo. It's more of it's just a whole game. So when you think about it, you are getting day and date games. They're just a trial. They're not gonna give you the whole thing. So the key of this is gonna be how long would the trials be? And also understand that these trials will be streamed. I got money that they will be streamed.
So it won't be native, right?
Yeah, it won't be native.
You mean that you don't download the game and then it
will stream them instantly. So the trial will be instantly streamed to you. So you can play the game, but you'll be playing Spider-Man 2 day and date for however long the trials will be. So the key will be how long the trials actually are. Yeah. That's the key. But that's day and date. That kills off the day and date because that's basically what people do with Xbox games anyway. They just fucking demo.
For an hour.
You know what I'm saying? They don't play anymore. You know, people already
thought about that.
Yeah, and what else? I was thinking Thresh too.
That's a damn good theory.
Well, I was thinking too, like I felt that the game trials would offset the day and date thing, especially with those third-party games, or like with other games, say Outriders came out on like some of these games that they're getting, or like hey, we're day and date, but PlayStation has a full price $60 game. They could kind of offset that kind of effect by saying, well, here's a 10-hour trial, and they're getting it. Yes, you're going to get a 10-hour trial, but also they're going to get the full game. But it could offset the whole idea of like, I got to pay $60 to play this right now, day and date, or I could try it with the trial, and I'll get the same.
If you want to spend your money on it or not.
Exactly. Which
continue right where you're at.
It could have offset that whole thing. Like same thing with MLB The Show. Even though they friggin' own it, it should be the whole game should be in PlayStation Plus. But like them going like, hey, here's a trial of the show for 8 hours or 5 hours.
No, Jez, it shouldn't be in Plus. People buy that game.
I know. Well,
I know. But instead of giving you the full game in Plus, they're gonna give you trials so you can at least. So you can use Plus to fucking give you shit. It's a good idea, but it's an old idea though. It's supposed to happen with the PS4. It was supposed to happen with the PS4, but it was supposed to be free for every game.
Yeah,
not under a subscription. So I don't like the fact that they made it inside of the subscription that you got to get it. But it started to make sense when you think about their first party games day and date. You'll be able to play if you have PS Plus. It helps sell PS Plus. PS Plus is going to sell itself automatically, right? Because I'm saying that's only in premium though. So if you have premium, you can play their games day and date to see how hype you get behind it. That shows how much trust and belief they have in their games
and their games or third party games. Like well, I'm just saying they're gonna have a third party games where the whole point of it. I like the trials because I use EA Play as the same model, and I use the trials for the sports games. Like I use the trials enough for the sports games, and then when the game goes on sale or something like that, I'll go buy it if my trial is up, or if I'm really into a season, I might go buy it. But like the trials get me through the season, like basically for all the sports games for EA. But I think the trials are a great way. We're not compromising the game to be forever in a service. You can make the game that you want to make, and you can. And you know what's funny, Thrash? He talks about in his interview, Phil Spencer talks about in his interview about the conversion. Oh, well, people that in Game Pass buy the games and buy more. You know, this model here with the trial, that makes people play the game and want to buy it rather than having the game forever in a service and then saying, well, I'm going to buy it anyway. Who really is doing that? If you're getting it in a service,
nobody's really doing
nobody.
He's fucking. He's on some bullshit. I look at. I meant to do it. I just been so busy. I meant to do a video based on that whole video. They're lying inside of numbers, man. They're comparing it to paying. They're comparing paying Game Pass members, and they're comparing it
the ins
to
and the outs.
People who don't have Game Pass, right?
Yeah.
But they say that Game Pass players play 30% more, right? Or pay 30% more. Right? They're not saying that they're paying it inside of Game Pass. They're just saying that people who have Game Pass. So say for Call of Duty, people who have Game Pass are paying for DLC or whatever in Call of Duty. They're still counting it even though it's not in. Whereas the Xbox players who don't have Game Pass, they're not counting in that Game Pass number. So it makes that Game Pass number seem higher than what it really is because they're not including everybody on one side, but including everybody on the other.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly,
so it's like they played with the number. I'm looking at this.
Oh, they played with the numbers.
They're like, they played with the fucking numbers to make it sound better than what it is. And the only people who do that in business are people who are struggling to look good to where you got to play with numbers to look good.
Yeah. Well,
and that's always overall it's bad. You know a company is doing bad when you got to lie about your numbers.
When they had Xbox Live, they were dropping those numbers. They were saying exactly how many subscribers they had with Xbox Live.
They're fluffing their shit.
And talking about the services, this article,
they're not necessarily fluffing it. They're
making up their own metrics.
They're making up.
Yeah, exactly. They're making their own metrics to look better than what it really is.
You know, when people do a comparing chart and they go like, well, our product's better than this product, and the first column is all the stuff that they have, and then they just highlight the stuff that they have that their competitors don't have to make it look like they got so many more check marks than their competition. But they basically made that column of all the stuff they wanted to highlight. It's not you know.
And then you can look at it like this too. Like there's a lot of zombie accounts out there that don't have Game Pass. Right.
There you go.
So they're accounting that those are a lot of ex Game Pass accounts. A lot of these Xbox niggas don't think we know or don't think Microsoft knows, but they're making new accounts to get 3 months of $1 of Game Pass. So they're making new accounts.
Wait, they got the Family Pass coming. Where they're gonna make you pay $30 a month for 5 people to suffer.
Yeah, they're using zombie accounts. That's why those accounts no longer count as a Game Pass account. So of course that's going to make the percentage go down because these people aren't buying games because they don't exist no more. That same person is on Game Pass and trying to make sure that they stay on Game Pass for $1 a month.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of fucking metrics that they try to fix to make things better than what it really is.
Oh yeah, that's Phil Ness, baby. Oh yeah.
That's what it is, dude. It's the Phil Ness, man. He's Phil Ness and everybody. He's winning awards and shit. And you want the ultimate Phil Ness is the thing I said that they need to streamline their stuff. And look at this. There's a rumor coming around that they might combine Xbox Live with Game Pass they want to go here. This is our good insider, Brad Sams. You know him. He works for, he reports on Microsoft stuff. He goes, I've heard that Microsoft is contemplating figuring out how to raise the price of these services to include gold so that $15 per month is the new baseline, meaning you get Game Pass and you also get Xbox Live Gold, and that's one tier. It would not surprise me if when Microsoft closes this acquisition of Activision, they actually raise that base floor up price of how much it's going to cost you to get into the service, end quote. There you go.
Wow.
Got to stop paying the piper. And if they do this, remember, just last year, it seems forever ago, February was when they tried to double Xbox Live to make you go to Game Pass. Now,
when that didn't work, something that was really bad when it didn't work.
It didn't work because they wanted to make.
Really don't realize like how as much as they want to raise that price, bro, there's money just going all bad right now, bro.
Yeah.
And it's somebody's gonna have to pay for that.
The pivot,
it's gonna be
the
the customer.
pivot. They are not getting the subscribers. 25 years of 25 million or whatever in 6 years. They are not getting the numbers, so they're gonna have to pivot. And the problem is, if they increase the price, where do you think all this money for these big publishers are coming? They know exactly why. And I said that why they delayed these games. They're delaying these games like Halo was a year delay. For what? Obviously, it didn't help them because the game came out still needing help.
Still. Yeah.
It still needed help. So what did the year do? But you want to know why they made that delay? Because I think the subscriber count wasn't enough to really justify trying to do that single player. And that's why a lot of these games, I think, are so far out, 3-4 years of production, because they know they're trying to predict that maybe 3 years from now we'll have a higher subscriber base enough that we could afford to put the game in Game Pass to possibly get conversions. They're not in a rush to throw in a service when there's 10, 15 million people sitting around twiddling their thumbs, championing Xbox on Twitter. They got to get to the 30, the 40s, and the 50 millions when they want to release these games that are taking them 3 and 4 years to make. Shit costs money.
Exactly.
And by that time, they'll get this base price up to a price where they could have you guys not paying $10 to play their game, especially if it's an offline game. They're going to lose money because the $10 Game Pass subscriber could play it. If it has an online portion and needs live, then you need to be a $15 one. This one, if you look at Sony's, it's streamlined. Yes, they could move things around and put maybe game trials in another tier, but what they got right now is simple and streamlined. When you look at the base thing, they're still giving you that $60 for the base gamer. Microsoft, and I've said this so many freaking times on here, they have an internal battle. Screw PlayStation, screw Nintendo. Microsoft has their own problem because they have a whole install base of Xbox Live Gold members that freaked the hell out last year, who they thought they could get one over on them. That people that just want to play their Call of Duties. That's why they probably bought Call of Duty. Just want to play their Maddens. Just want to play their online games. They don't want to be bothered with 200 games when they only play 1 or 2 a year. They don't care about 200 games of fluff. They just want to play their game. They're $60 a year. Microsoft wants to take that away. They want those dudes paying $5 a month to pay $15 a month to get Game Pass. So
yeah, you notice they have service within the service within the service.
Exactly.
Right?
They need to convert themselves. They don't need to pull people from PlayStation onto Xbox. They're gonna take that gold member, and that's why games with gold is getting worse and worse. Like they can't get to the bottom of the barrel.
Trash, super trash.
Oh my god, dude, Hue, the game Hue, that game is. That's what they're putting in there. The game with gold.
Hue.
Holy
Hue,
shit, it is an insult.
He was on PS Plus years ago.
It's an insult. That game was like, I don't know what the hell they're doing.
And then the Xbox thinks they're gonna play no fucking Hue. Like I said, they have these Xbox fans walking around with no identity because Xbox has no identity.
They have no clue what to do. They have no clue what to do.
If you look at them the past 3 years, first it was, oh shit, backwards compatible games are the best shit. You guys are crazy. Sony is fucking you over. Then it turns into first it was we're a dude bro console. You know what I'm saying? We got all shooters. We have the best shooters. We have the best third party games. Yada yada. Then when they finally got 4K, oh we're 4K. 4K is the top notch shit. Oh then then it goes single player games are garbage, right? But then now they're cheering for Hellblade. Then it's multiplayer games are where it's at. But you know what I'm saying? PlayStation starts getting more multiplayer games. Oh, it's not full multiplayer games. Then it's like, okay, I got a full multiplayer game, and now we're complaining about Halo, and it's multiplayer. It's just they get pushed to pull. PS now is a garbage service. They're making you play your old games on a service. Then Game Pass come out, and they play nothing but old games, and it's like they have no identity. Nope. And it's because Microsoft has no identity. Microsoft has no answers to make money. They're no longer trying to beat Sony anymore. They want to be friends, but they want to make money, and they can't find a way to do it. They've been searching and searching and searching, and it's just not happening for them. Period.
Exactly, and that's the thing. Like they're like, it's sad because it's like where you have a rock and you lift it up, and ants are just scattered all over the place. Like Microsoft has pivoted so many goddamn times. It was about the clouds. It's about. I remember Phil Spencer said in 2019, the cloud. Oh, that's just a 4-year plan. That's for the future, like 4 years from now, 5 years from now. Next year is 5 years from now. Where's cloud? So just Amazon and Google are our competition. Luna is goddamn face down, ass up. The freaking Google Stadia and Luna are goddamn garbage. Nobody even cared. They came and went like a fucking fart in the wind.
No, I forgot they even existed.
Dude, they came out. It was like this. Like it was a fart in the goddamn wind. Those two games. Let me do it again.
That kind of was a blessing for Sony though, because you got to think with Jay Raymond, her shit got canned and she went over to Sony.
That's where she came from, Stadia. Yep. Dude, those came and went. The hype for those cloud services came and went, and people didn't even care. I don't even know who cared about it. And then xCloud was in beta for 6 months. Then xCloud's around. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to play Gears 5 on a cell phone with a goddamn strap-on controller and on a goddamn kayak. All right? Nobody gives a shit about that kind. That's not the streaming. And that's why when people criticize the Now streaming, dude, that's where streaming should have started. And also, you want to talk about streaming, the stuff that you do with share play, that's the kind of cool things where you could kind of subtly introduce people to streaming games to each other to try them out, to do some couch co-op, to, hey, check this game out. You streaming for a gamer to have a fun time with it. Don't just force another way to monetize and sell games. Like you're going to make xCloud only games and stuff. Good luck with that trash.
What's up with this Kojima to Xbox? And you look at his studio, they still got PS5 dev kits in there. So I don't know.
Dude,
I don't know.
He's making a cloud game to what? To 10 people.
That's what people saying. He making a cloud. Who said that? Jeff Grubb or some shit?
Yeah, Jeff Grubb.
Man.
Like he's been so wrong about. Look, man, he's in PlayStation. He just moved studios and people don't even know where his studio went. He closed Kojima Productions and went to a new place. He showed a picture of his new place. We don't know if that's a place by Sony. We don't know if that could be a place for Microsoft. But the last I checked, that one of the pictures he sent, he was in Sony studios doing mocap. He's not gonna do that for no Xbox game. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna be in Sony studios doing mocap. So
the letter of intent. Dude.
There's a lot of talk going on, even on the PlayStation side. Tired of seeing people talk about what's going on with PlayStation and don't know shit. I'm like, why are y'all talking like this?
Trying to use the phone.
It's like, man, it's too many fakes out here, man. It's too many fake ass games. I can see why Frog is pissed off, man. It's so many fake games.
It's annoying because when you have somebody sit there and they talk about all this stuff, and then like I was sitting there listening to this. Like I said, I'm like, you gotta vet the people you invite on your podcast, because when you don't, it kind of makes you look bad too. When these guys sitting there, he's talking about this and that, and then somebody doing the podcast like kind of like in the middle, like, hey man, I just meant to ask you, where's your platform of choice? And he said Xbox, and I was like, I fucking knew it. Like, I fucking knew it. Like he didn't, because just the way he was talking, I was like, I think this guy either plays on Xbox or PC. And then at the end, like he gave all his like credentials. Oh, this week you can find me on PlayStation. This you can find me on that. And I was like, I never do this. Let me look this shit up. When I looked at this shit, I was like, yo, I don't play on Xbox like that, but I got more achievements than you. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, like you don't even game. Like you got a whole grind. Now I was sitting there, and then I said to the person who hosts the podcast, I was like, dude, you got a vet, and he was like, why you got so butthurt? No, we're not butthurt. You're a gaming podcast. You're inviting people that don't game. That don't make you look good. Like, come on, man. Like, and this dude had a whole segment
about it,
talking about the service, and he just talked clown shit.
They come and they tell you it's a better time now. See, that's what grinds me up. Like, that's why I get so pissed, because you're telling me this is a better time for Xbox than what I grew up with. Are you goddamn kidding me? With your fucking 30,000 gamer score, I've been playing Xbox for the 20 years, all right? And I've seen what they were able to do. And I've seen the bullshit that we had to go through with the Xbox One trying to justify itself to be not the corporate cock Xbox, but to be a gaming box. And then the Xbox 360 came out and proved to be doing things new and different and getting a community together and getting online and making it achievable. And you watch their growth. and then you just watch it. Phil with his jughead coming in and just went with the big ass head, face down, ass up like a friggin' anchor, and just destroyed the brand in this. And I don't know, maybe if it's not all Phil's fault, but it's Satya's fault, because that guy didn't give a shit about gaming. Balmer wanted to compete. Balmer was like, wait, they're selling more than us? Bullshit. Let's do something about it. Let's take that Gran Turismo. Let's take GTA. I want DLC for it. I don't want to lose to them. Balmer wants competition. That's what made it great, because he's like, I remember, man, friggin' Don Matrick used to tout out Kojima on stage, like, for the last 2 E3s. He's like, he's my buddy. Like, just to know that that's a dig at Sony, to try to get that group over. Like, Balmer did not want to lose. Satya came in here with fluff and balls and shit, and basically just didn't care about gaming. He called it a Nintendo. He's like, oh, Nintendo's doing good.
He's more worried about the Microsoft side of it, not the Xbox
He cared about the services side. And guess what? The services, it's a virus. A virus without a host is dead. The services without a device is dead. So therefore, in order to be a service, you need to be on everything. That's why I even agree. I agree with Rash. Like, I think eventually their goal, ultimately, you want to talk about 5-year plan, 10-year plan, it is going to be on PlayStation or the Switch in some form or fashion. Xbox will be there before Sony even blinks an eye over there. But Microsoft needs to stop making consoles. And that's the thing, that Sony will not acknowledge Microsoft as will acknowledge them as a competitor as long as Microsoft is still making consoles. Once they stop and they say, we're just making servers, we're not making consoles, then Sony might be more open to it. But right now, they're a competition. And I'm telling you, like, eventually I will go over there. I know Thresh talks about it a lot, but I think they will go over there. That's their plan. They have to.
Yeah, I think that Game Pass may never come, but I know that their first-party games will come to PlayStation day.
Something's coming.
Just like, I don't know if Sony will allow it, because you see they're trying to push a little bit of it, but they feel like it's not really going to be the future, according to what what's the nigga name? Ryan said.
Yeah, well, you know what I'm saying? He said, quote right here.
Yeah, he was saying, like, this isn't going to be like gaming, subscription and gaming. It's not going to be the level of Netflix. It never reached that level.
Because people
so that
games
they're
like
not going to approach it. Microsoft was wanting it to be that. That's how Phil sold it to Satya in the first place.
Like that.
And it's just not going to happen, man. They're paying attention to what their gamers want and to how gamers are acting. Even Xbox gamers, they're paying attention to them too.
Yeah.
When they had the ability to put MLB The Show in Game Pass, even though it wasn't their choice, they still get those numbers. They still get the metrics. They have to. They get paid for the DLC.
Sold. Yeah.
So they know that these gamers aren't really buying. Nigga, MLB The Show is the most valuable game on Game Pass.
It is a huge get. It is a huge get. That's the kind of stuff that they needed to get. Like you look, like, even they didn't get Tina's Wonderland. That's not in Game Pass. They didn't get Elden Ring in Game Pass. Like, those are the kind of games they need to be getting in Game Pass to make it.
Why would it? You know how much they gotta pay to get something like Elden Ring?
People thought those are the games that are coming to Game Pass, dude. What's the sense of subscribing to Game Pass and have to buy your games in addition to subscribing?
Jazz, the other thing is you got to look, where is that game going to sell the most at?
Listen, and this is what you don't understand too. Once you put your game over there, let's say From Software took a crazy, stupid deal from Microsoft to put that game in there. Going forward, those users are going to expect the next installment or whatever they put in there to go in the Game Pass.
I think we said that last year when the MLB goes.
That's going to hurt their sales.
Yeah, if MLB didn't go in Game Pass this year, they would. Good luck. Nobody's buying that game because
nobody's buying it.
Nobody's buying it.
Not on Xbox. Not on Xbox.
MLB has fallen into that trap to where you depend on the service. That's what's happening to a lot of these indie developers. I've heard indie
I don't
developers.
think that's not Sony's fault. That's the MLB commission. They said it basically because they publish it.
Microsoft must have paid them a pretty penny.
If I'm not mistaken, don't they publish it on Xbox console, not Sony?
Yeah,
Sony doesn't publish the game.
MLB owns MLB The Show almost 100%. They only owe Sony royalties and royalties from the unit sales. Sony's not making any money off of Game Pass. That's all MLB.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is, but that's how licensed games are. Like, same thing with NBA 2K and all of that. That's why Madden isn't on other consoles, because EA bought put in a contract to have them be the only ones who can make an NFL game.
Yep.
It's the third. Basically, it's automatic. It's always been a third party game. Even on PlayStation, when it was exclusive to Sony, it was still a third party game because they had to pay the licensing and all that. It's another party collecting money from that game that makes it third party. Just period. So a lot of people didn't understand that shit. At first, I had to study that shit because I wasn't thinking about it at first either until I went and looked everything up. And it's basically a third party game. There's a third party.
And Microsoft and they must. And I don't know if it was your pocket. Somebody was saying like the lack of confidence in well, we've seen it with the Square Enix and Outriders. Like they felt like their game was not going to sell, and then they go down the Game Pass route where it's like, hey, we're just gonna make a deal, Microsoft. You pay us up front. Actually, look at Guardians of the Galaxy. That game wasn't even on a day and date, and they were paying like $10 million to get that thing in Game Pass, which is like if you look at the sales of that game was like on sale for like $15. Like this may be paid for like I guess like $3 or $4 a copy. But Microsoft has to do these individual negotiations to get these games in Game Pass, which is another reason why they're probably buying these huge publishers so they don't have to do all these wheeling and dealing. But if you
they're going to have to stop. It's going to get more and more expensive.
They're trying to strong arm the game industry into what they want it to be.
Exactly.
Oh, fact.
That's why they're buying these big publishers. And they know what else too. They're buying these big publishers because I think it's another pivot. I think they know that it's hard to curate and develop in-house studios to make quality games. Booty can't do it all. That guy is like failing at his job. Studios are having friggin' mutinies inside where they're just like they're fighting with each other. They can't handle each other because there's no direction. And Microsoft is lenient, hands off, ass first approach. That's their hand. That's what they do. Hands off, ass first. That's Booty's management style. And what happens is that these things they have a mutiny, and they're like, I want to make a little game. I want this. I want that. And there's no management there to manage them. And Microsoft's like, dude, there's like a bunch of kids. I was telling this to Frogs earlier. I was like, and I actually said it on my channel was like, this creative freedom shit. It's like, yeah, I could give my kids crayons and leave the house and go, you know what, guys, make whatever you want. When I come back, they're going to be drawing all over the goddamn place. If there's no parent there saying, hey, you want to draw? Here's a piece of paper. Creative freedom right here on the paper, not on my walls. And that's the problem with these studios. These studios like, well, hands off, ass first approach. Oh, shit, here you go. Do whatever you want, dudes. I'll bring the coffee. I'm just going to make you stay out of the way. I'll be out. I'm coming back. He comes back, and the studio's like, they want to make a AAA. They want to make this. They need management. They need a parent. Somebody take care of it.
We had a really good conversation with a developer the other night, and he was saying that without a good creative lead at the studio, you just don't make any progress because there's no decision. If there's nobody willing to make the hard decisions about what goes, what leaves, and what the direction of the game is, you're just a bunch of people just there. You know what I mean? And so, you're not making progress on the game because you're coming up with all these ideas, but there's no vision there. And I think without good leadership, which clearly it shows at these studios, they don't have it. That's one of the reasons why these products aren't coming out. And when they do put something out, it's a mess. Whereas at Sony, they have clear leadership at their studios, and also their studios collaborate within with each other, and you don't hear about Microsoft Studios really doing that. They bring in a lot of contractors, and they do a lot of the thing like I was saying earlier with Crystal Dynamics coming over. Why aren't you pulling talent from your other studios to help with this project? This game, it just doesn't. Something is off over there. And
it's horrible, man. Phil Spencer doesn't give a fuck. That's what it is, bro. He doesn't. Phil Spencer is worried about Phil Spencer and Phil Spencer alone, my nigga. Period. He didn't manage shit. Like you just said, we said this ironically, I think yesterday, the day before yesterday in the roundtable, we was talking about the same exact thing. Why is Fable struggling? You know what I'm saying? Is Playground struggling with Fable when you own Bethesda? When Bethesda puts out RPG after RPG after RPG, you should have all the talent there to help you go through it. Why is Halo like it is when you own id Software? Why?
Right.
What the fuck?
You own them for
What
4
are they
years.
really doing? Because it's Sony's side. They always say they help each other and how they can't wait to link up. And when Bungie got bought, they were like, I can't wait to link up with the people on the Sony Studio
Haven
side
got
to
bought,
see what they're gonna do.
you saw what she
When
said?
Kojima came through, they had the decimal. Man, I mean, fuck, bro. I don't know what they're doing.
I know. Yeah, Phil became CEO on our failure of not getting games. Phil got promoted three times over and winning awards.
Yeah.
Dude, that guy's gonna be. I'm gonna tell you, you guys are gonna be ready. He's gonna retire. I think in the next 2 years, Sarah Bond's gonna take over, and you're still not gonna have the games that he promised in 2018.
Real shit.
Yeah, he's just gonna retire. But yeah, so anyway, guys, we're gonna wrap this up. But yeah, the Jim Ryan quote, here it is. You know, he says a catalog of games, the waterfall effect, our pitch, as you heard, is new games, great games. Sony is going to use PlayStation Plus as an alternative, as a balancing act to get different games to you. It's just another feather, another tier, just like PSVR will bring you different games. This will bring you some new games and some classic games, but it's not going to compromise the traditional games that they are known for making, and they don't plan on doing it now. I think there might be some games they might put in there, but they're not going to be putting in all the big games in there day one and this, and they don't need to. Now, that might change in the future, and I said, when Sony flips the switch, they're still going to win in this whole thing because they have the content that people want to play, and Microsoft still has to prove itself with the studios and content that they're buying to see it's even worth it.
You got all these people doing all this capping for Activision.
God, it's a disaster.
Activision acquisition. Let's say it goes through. What if they just don't put Call of Duty in Game Pass? It doesn't really make business sense to put it over there.
No,
so
they
sell so many copies of that game on Xbox. It just wouldn't make sense
to just throw.
I don't know. To put that shit on the Game Pass game.
They know they haven't grown Game Pass, no matter what they've done. You know what I'm saying? It's not helping them. They're spending all this money on
make too much money.
It's not helping them. So they're not. Why would they take their guaranteed money away for probably a subscription service? If these Xbox players are fucking doing basically fucking them over with these dollar shits and making new accounts to play. It's just Xbox fans are hurting them. Microsoft is hurting them, and they're being hurt from every direction. That they can't make money because now their brand is so tarnished and so has lost so much value visually and buying the game physically or whatever. They lost everything that they had strength on. They lost Halo, lost Gears. Forza was never a strength to begin with. And now your fans, you had very great loyal fans, bro. They lost the majority of them with the PS4 with the whole DRM, and then they lost more just this year and the end of last year with Halo Infinite being how Halo Infinite is. You can literally go to YouTube and find these people who scrutinized me now saying the same exact shit I said years before this game came out. It's fucking garbage. It's trash. They fucked it over with the shit and not giving no fucking no content for their free to play game. They call it a service game that has no service. These are your fans saying that. You know? It's crazy, bro. Like they cheapen the facts. Facts, Josh. They cheapen the brand to the point to where it would never be valuable. And it's sad.
Never.
You know what I'm saying? I was talking to Jeff today with that shit, man. And Jeff was, you know how Jeff is. But I told him, nigga, we customers, bro. We supposed to demand the best regardless.
Thank you. Go on for round 3. We'll talk about Jeff.
I don't understand why people won't demand better. And they sit there and
I don't
hear
know.
them.
It's a race for the bottom of the barrel.
That's what bothers me more than anything. Like, you can clearly see, like, yo, y'all know y'all should have better because we got better. Why aren't y'all demanding it? Why y'all acting like everything is okay? It's not.
It's not. It has yet to prove itself. Don't tell me it's the future. This thing is like yet to prove itself.
It's not. That's the crazy part. They think they can hide it. I'm like, bro, we gamers like you are, bro. We are the same. You just stupider than anybody we've ever met.
Or wishing for this future that. Oh my God! You really think Microsoft's gonna They are failing with their own studios that they owned under their helm for 20 years. You think they're just going to swoop into this big company and just start resurrecting IP? Go ask Conker how he's doing. It's been over 20 years of his ass. Where's Conquer?
Yeah.
Where's Viva Pinata? Viva Pinata, Conquer. Where is Cameo? You want to talk about IP? Voodoo Vince came out with a remaster. Fuck Voodoo Vince 2. Where's that? Crackdown 3 is Crackhead 4.
Microsoft is afraid to take a leap, even though they're taking the dumbest leaps by buying all of these studios that they don't have no business buying. Jesus Christ, it'd have been cheaper just to let Call of Duty be on there, Call of Duty, and get some Bethesda games on Game Pass. It would have been cheaper than
just partner with them and say, hey, we'll pay you for this.
Sony didn't have to buy Bethesda to get Deathloop and goddamn Ghostwire. Like, they just got it. Thank you for your services. Give us the games and thanks.
Give us the game and walk the fuck away. Yes, that's it.
Microsoft had to have circle jerks, fly them out there. Todd Howard rubbing ass in a circle. We got some games, like not showing again. Like you got to be kidding me. Sony, but while Bethesda was purchased, Sony showed Deathloop, released Deathloop, and reviewed Deathloop, and released the second game in Ghostwire Tokyo. All while Microsoft talked about Bethesda purchase and bought them. And we still haven't seen any gameplay or anything of a game coming in.
You know why I think that happened? I think it's honestly Bethesda.
Battletoads, another one.
I honestly think Bethesda was talking to Sony too about the acquisition, and when they realized that Sony wasn't going to buy them, they said, "Well, fuck it, we'll just keep this deal going, and we'll go with Microsoft."
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's what I think. That's what I personally think happened. I think they were looking at maybe Sony acquires. When that didn't happen. With PlayStation, they didn't get acquired. They were like, shit, when Microsoft's going to buy us, hey, Sony, we can do our deals here, and then when we're done, we're done. I think that's what happened.
I agree. Garuda says they're big salty. They don't ask for good games, so let them take the trash. Garuda, I know sometimes you just got to watch it burn like the Grindhouse.
And I totally agree with Thrash that, eventually, I do think that you will get these Xbox first-party games on PlayStation when they're not. When Sony doesn't see them as competition as far as like a console maker, we will get this stuff.
Yeah. Well, with Frog, we're going to wrap this up. We hit over the 3-hour mark. Yeah, we have over 200 people watching. Frog went off. Thrash joined us for some rants, dude. And Link was here to bring it all home. Yeah, I want to thank you guys for an awesome show. Man, this has been awesome. This is the true essence of a Grindhouse. Like, get out all those bullshit frustrations, especially if Frogs is watching shit on the weekends. Frog, you're off.
No more shit on the weekends.
No more podcasts on the weekends, Frog.
Before Thrash gets out of here, man, hey, shout out to Thrash and Sick Humor, No Cap Podcast. Yo, my wife be running through the house whenever I'm playing the fucking music. She knows every fucking song I play.
Those songs are lit, man. I love those songs, dude.
Because they're fucking fire. They're fire. They're lit. She's running around the house. No one wants an Xbox. I'm like, and it's funny. It's so funny because it's so fucking catchy. But she knows exactly who I'm watching. So shout out to you guys for giving me great content, great fucking humor, and great music, man. She's from LA. So, you know, when she hear you talk, she like, wait, is he from LA? I said, well, I think he lives in LA. I'm not exactly if he's from LA. But she just she enjoys y'all fucking content to the max. Shout out to you guys for keeping me not only entertained, but being truthful. It's fucking just, I give props to guys like you who just stay on the fucking grind and you stay like being real. Like, you know, we are all gamers. We want the same thing, but I don't know why some people just don't fucking get it. So I gotta give y'all respect.
I'm lost for words, man. I mean, like I said, man, I do this because for the passion and to fight for gamers, man. Somebody needs to fight. You know, there's so many people seemingly fighting against us who act like gamers. We need somebody out there who's willing to take all the licks, and they keep making sure we get the facts. And I see it spreading, man. I see that culture spreading throughout YouTube, Twitters, and all that, where people are demanding fucking background checks and demanding. Let me see if you're really a game.
Yeah,
am I talking?
Persona, man. Those guys, Persona, Jabari, man. Dude,
you don't want to run around. We don't want to run and be the young age of YouTube. Fuck them guys.
And they're telling us that it's a better time now. Like, are you kidding me? When what? With leaked screenshots of goddamn space guy that you have to edit the background to say, hey, I'm excited for this game. You made your own leaked screenshot. Like, what the hell's going on?
Bro, it's crazy. You got people who are writing scripts about gaming. Why would you ever need to write a script to talk about video?
Yeah, I know. I got
fucking
scripts.
game and talk
I
about
got
it. You see what I'm saying?
scripts.
I don't get it.
It's weird, bro. But yeah, thanks
Whatever
for
your name is,
I'm always here to
get ready for the
Thanks,
support.
man.
surprise.
I'm sorry last night I got pulled into something. I was going to jump on the round table.
Oh, yeah, man. You know, you got the keys.
I know.
Anytime you need to
I was
hop
going to
in.
jump on, but then I got pulled into a renovation to the house, and I was like, oh, I can't do it. So I just ran around with the headset on.
So I get excited when I get excited when I get ready to see. I see no cat podcast getting streamed. I'm like, oh shit, let me put this in the car. I'll be driving, listening to music. I'm like, fuck it, because the shit go hard.
We appreciate it, and we go for a long time.
Hell yeah!
And
hell yes, I appreciate that too.
So no,
I definitely appreciate that. Shit gets me, dude. I get insomnia. That shit gets me through some things. I'm like, oh, I ain't listening to this podcast. Let me listen to this. This one's a 4-hour one. Fucking listen to the whole thing.
Hell yeah, man.
That shit.
I know Thrash is not going to plug it, but you go follow Do What You Do on Twitter, and go follow his YouTube channel, Lit with the Roundhouse. He don't promote it, but it is entertainment and it is facts and it's passionate gamers, and that's what it's about, and that's what this is about. That's why we link together, because we're talking about the same stuff. Like this, it's like, don't come to my house and shit on my steps. If I like what I got, don't tell me that I need this, especially when you're not delivering it and your shit smells. Keep that shit out there. And that's the thing. Like, you don't tell me there's a better time right now, because it's not. And two companies are doing stuff and releasing games, I don't want to hear excuses why the $1 trillion company is not outputting at the same cadence as the other companies, but they're blaming COVID. You make Microsoft Teams. What do you mean you can't work from home? God damn it. Anyway, Link, tell them where they can find you too, man. You know where he is on the Twitter. Where the Link leaves usually. Oh, there he is. Link usually like stealth drops.
You might see me here or there. Might be on Six Show. Might be on here. Sometime I hop on Roundtable,
That's right.
But it's good to be amongst people who not only talk games but actually play them.
Hell yes.
And buy them too. And buy them too. You got to shout out that we buy games. Jesus.
Buy the games.
Imagine that.
There's a lot of people out here that seriously are mentally ill. They attach their identities, their happiness, and their purpose to these corporations, and it doesn't make any sense to me.
No sense.
But you know what I mean. Great show as always, man, and appreciate the opportunity.
No problem. And then check out Frog's show. He has his thing on the morning. He does the Frog.
I've been trying to be consistent, but 9 times out of 10, real life stuff gets in the way. And then if I'm playing a game, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even think about it. I'm like, shit, I should just be streaming while because I'm always like just playing something. Right now, I got almost 150 hours in Elden Ring. I'm still playing that shit, finding stuff. But my whole thing is, I want to stream more, but being consistent is hard when you're playing games, number one, and when you got real life stuff. So I can understand people who stream. I shout out to them, because that's a hard fucking thing to do, to stream and play games at the same time and just be consistent with it.
Yeah.
I did it for a week, and I was like, yo, this is a fucking job. It
Frog,
really
what
is
is the
a
name
job.
of your
That's
thing?
why.
What is the name? It's like what is it called?
You're talking about
Trew's
the combo.
asking. True wants to know the title of it.
Yeah, that's why I say I respect Stick and I respect Thrash, because when they go in and they go streaming, when Thrash got on there and his wife wasn't home and I was listening to him, I was like, this man just woke up. Shit was great. It was classic. And I was like, it's so fucking hard. People don't understand how much it takes for you to sit there and podcast or stream that long and have good conversations with people. That's why I respect them. Not only that, these guys are super fucking talented, and they're fucking talented as fuck. I don't care what nobody says. Thrash and Sick are some of the most talented guys I've met in a long time. I just look at the shit that Thrash does, and he was doing. I found out I didn't even know Thrash was doing that shit with the share play. That shit blew my fucking mind.
Oh no, with the Share Factory, he does.
Bro, I'm sorry, Share Factory. Man. When I found out you were doing that shit with Share Factory, my fucking mind was blown. I was like, yo, get the fuck out of here. I was like, this man really fucking went deep into it. So I got nothing but respect, because I don't know if I have got that much time and patience, but I got nothing but respect. Nothing but respect.
Much appreciated, man. For real. Like I said, lost for words, man. I don't even know how to take compliments in real life.
No. I mean, it's genuine. It's genuine. Just like you and fucking Sick are some of the most talented guys. I don't think a lot of people realize how fucking talented you guys are and the work y'all put into. Fuck the young games, all these other motherfuckers, man. Y'all guys
Yeah,
are really real. Where the talent is, that it
I mean,
really,
the
y'all
thing,
really are.
man, y'all should be hearing the things we be planning, man. Like we'll plan. We still got to plan. We still making this album. We doing all
Bro,
types.
I was a fly on the wall. I can only imagine.
That'd be
Man,
awesome.
we think about all kinds of shit, man. We really do. So.
Hey, thanks for subscribing, Jay Shanks. Thank you. Join the Grindhouse. And I think that's it. We got our outros out. I want to thank everybody. Thresh, shout out to Thresh. Who are you says that? And I want to thank everybody. Hit that like button, share it out. We had the biggest Grindhouse ever. And Frog
amazing
went
conversation.
AWOL. And we'll just call this the CNC factory. But, we know what we mean by clowns and cocksuckers. I think somebody said in the chat they could just welcome everybody as like, hey cocksucker, how you doing? Well, I might have to make an emoji now. We're gonna have to put like an inside emoji for clowns and cocksuckers. But anyway, the CNC factory. I want to thank everybody here. Hit that like button, share it out, and stay tuned to the Grindhouse for more content and grinding of gears. See you later, everybody. Good night.
All right, y'all.
Peace.